Collarbones up, cause hot girls will show up. 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 I had a set of rules. She's the ugly one. I had a set of rules. She's the fat one. Girls are way worse.
Blake's dating tips.
Tiny dick.
That's a good bit.
Tiny dick. I had a set of rules. She's the ugly one. I had a set of rules. She's the fat one. Girls are way worse.
Blake's dating tips.
Collarbones up. Tiny dick. Cause hot girls will show up. Cause hot girls will show up. Cause hot girls will show up. Cause collarbones up. Cause hot girls will show up. Cause hot girls will show up. Cause hot girls will show up. Cause oh, she's the fat one in the group.
Blake's dating tips.
That's a good bit. Blake's dating tips.
That's a good bit.
Blake's dating tips.
That's a good bit.
Blake's dating tips.
That's a good bit. Blake's dating tips.
That's a good bit.
Blake's dating tips.
That's a good bit.
Blake's dating tips.
That's a good bit.
Collarbones up. Tiny dick.
You can't get ass when you're doing a podcast.
They left a company that was named after clouds.
Cumulus.
But working elsewhere would not be allowed.
Non-compete.
So they went to trial with documents in hand.
Pro bono.
And made that little bitch squirm on the witness stand.
Meow.
We thought they were dead, but they're born again. Broadcasting live from the Dragon's Den. Jake, Blake, Dan, and Video Man. Clear as a bell in Kazakhstan.
High five.
Terrestrial radio's a thing of the past.
But you can't get ass when you're doing a podcast. No puppet. No puppet.
Undervalued and underpaid. Not to mention furloughs. But at least on FM, you're still getting laid. What's up, sales girls? No more backstage BJs at Ticket Stock. You want to meet Gordo? Just lonely nights casually murdering socks. We're on YouTube. We thought they were dead, but they're born again. Broadcasting live from the Dragon's Den. Jake, Blake, Dan, and Video Man. Clear as a bell in Kazakhstan.
High five.
Terrestrial radio's a thing of the past.
But you can't get ass when you're doing a podcast. No puppet. No puppet. Kip and Bodie. Lawyer Bills.
High five.
Alright, 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 alright. Alright, 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 alright. Another listening, I'm gonna listen. I wanna listen to the dumb zone. Through a news for a news, everyone there's new. Oh, well, now they can question. I'm gonna listen, I wanna listen. I wanna listen to the dumb zone. Alright, 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 alright. Alright, 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 alright. I'm never dumb zone.
What does Blake do?
What does Blake do?
What does Blake do?
What does Blake do? What would you say? What does Blake do? You do here. Listen together. What does Blake do? What would you say? What does Blake do? You do here. Listen together. What does Blake do? What would you say? What does Blake do? You do here. Listen together. What does Blake do? What would you say? You do here. What does Blake do? Listen together.
Do.
What would you say? What does Blake do? You do here.
What does Blake do?
At Dallas Dan, Jake Blake, video man, driving in an RV named the USS. Party balls from South Lake to Oxnard to go to Dallas Cowboys training camp. The Dumb Zone crew taking it to the next level, stopping Albuquerque, Flagstaff, and King. Matt Dallas driving Blake, playing video games, and wishing he flew. Jake happy he is flying home. Video man recording it all, starting driving up Tweet 87 to Amarillo. The big Texan 72-ounce steak. Let's go, Jake, on to Albuquerque to see Walter White. Let's go to his house in the car wash on the Flagstaff and Sedona. Don't forget Winona, Dumb Zone standing on a corner in Winslow, Arizona. Route 66 along the way before we get to Kingman. Let's see some cool stuff. Painted Desert, Petrified National Forest, Sedona, Arizona's there in Williams too. In the Mojave Desert, should've stayed in Flagstaff. Let's keep partying, Blake still on the NCAA. Haven't heard a word from him. Cruising into Oxnard, let's go Cowboys. How about them Cowboys? When we get there, let's go surfing, burritos, Spencer's, and maybe Little Ludacris. Let's go Dumb Zone Nation, support your boys. We need some Dumb Zone subbies so the shows can go on forever. It all, starting driving up Tweet 87 to Amarillo. The big Texan 72-ounce steak. Let's go, Jake, on to Albuquerque to see Walter White. Let's go to his house in the car wash on the Flagstaff in Sedona. Don't forget Winona, Dumb Zone standing on the corner in Winslow, Arizona. Route 66 along the way before we get to Kingman. Let's see some cool stuff. Painted Desert, Petrified National Forest, Sedona, Arizona.
Editing a podcast on Riverside is a no-brainer.
Should have stayed at Flagstaff, but let's keep partying. Blake still on the NCAA. Haven't heard a word from him. Cruising into Oxnard, let's go Cowboys. How about them Cowboys? When we get there, let's go surfing, burritos at Spencer's, and maybe a little Ludacris. Let's go Dumb Zone Nation, support your boys. We need some Dumb Zone subbies so the shows can go on forever.
I've been tapped out, cause I've been hurt, knocked out. I mean, literally sick with the flu. And then hit with the voodoo. Hit with the voodoo. Hit with the voodoo. Sick with the flu, and then hit with doo-doo. Hit with the voodoo. Hit with the voodoo. Hit with the voodoo. Literally sick with the literally sick with the literally sick with the flu. Hit with the voodoo. Hit with the voodoo. Hit with the voodoo. I've been tapped out, cause I've been hurt, knocked out. I mean, literally sick with the flu. And then hit with the voodoo. Hit with the voodoo. Hit with the voodoo. Sick with the flu, and then hit with doo-doo. Hit with the voodoo. Hit with the voodoo. Hit with the voodoo. Hit with the voodoo. Literally sick with the literally sick with the literally sick with the flu. Hit with the voodoo. Hit with the voodoo. Hit with the voodoo. Hit with the voodoo. Hit with the voodoo.
Dum 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 doo dum 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 doo dum 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 doo da wah 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 wah.
Well, I love you, Dumb Zone, for all you give to me. Sports and comedy. It's a win, you see.
When you see
4 episodes a week. Let's get our boys out of poverty. So go and grab your buddies. It's time to get more subbies. Now come into a sock. Blake's talking Argyle, that's for sure a lock. Arrowhead water, always kept in stock. Saving all his earnings, hoping Lindsey Sterling gives him a heart to Jake has got a story. Maybe it's a camp spin. It's the only news you'll need. Yeah, he's got a cat now. It cost more than my car. Wow, he's the champion of sobriety now. Dan's mic keeps moving, think he has a cough. Now his wife's at book club, so tonight it's jackets off. Gets an order in at Eatsy's from the salmon trough. Put it on a burger or a nice pilaf. Yeah. Den is bumping, there's something always barking. It's probably Bodie. The show keeps getting better. They need subs now more than ever. It only costs you $9.60. Wow! So I love you, Dumb Zone, for all you give to me. Sports and comedy, it's a win, you see. 4 episodes a week, let's get our boys out of poverty. So go and grab your buddies, it's time to get more subbies. So let's get more subbies. So let's get more subbies. So let's get more subbies.
the key to muscles and wealth. It's game day mental.
It's good to be back here in DFW, Dan, where we have 12 locations for Game Day Men's Health. It helps you with brain fog. It'll help you with just your general level of fatigue. But here's my new selling point for TRT from Game Day Men's Health, which you'll get 10% off for life as a Dumb Zone listener. If you just do the normal stuff you're already doing, you will burn more calories doing it. So let's say that you're like, I don't have time to work out. I play with my kids all the time. I'm out in the yard. Just do that, and it'll be more physically beneficial to you.
This is what you are finding?
Because I tracked it.
Okay.
So if you just want to feel better and get more out of just hanging out.
So it's not like you got to get the TRT and then go start lifting weights every day.
Just live your life, and you will burn more calories and be healthier just doing normal stuff. This is a single blind test. Results, whatever you have to say legally. It's good for you. You don't have to be like lifting weights to get a lot of benefit at GameDayMen'sHealth.com.
Anything else?
No, not really. Oh, that. Yeah.
Alright, 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 alright. Alright, 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 alright.
Yeah. Here we are. Monday morning.
I wanna listen to the Dumb Zone.
It is your old friends, the Dumb Zone. We are back in Dallas. We are at our Game Day Men's Health Studio, which is downtown Dallas in the Fox 4 building. And I'm Dan McDowell.
I'm Jay Kemp.
I'm Blake Jones.
Looking over at Foodie CK back there. Back from a big road trip. I'm looking over at intern Henry. Being all Henry. Whatever that means.
Here's what I need Henry to do right now. Blake, can I borrow your headphones today?
Yeah.
Your Apple ones? I bought some new ones. They suck.
Is this my headphones, or is it like, are we feeling a little scratchiness?
Something's happening.
We're scratchy.
Okay. Might have to change the setup.
Again.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we have some things on today's program that you may or may not be interested in, like sports.
Nice throw.
A Cowboys recap. We recap the Cowboys versus Ravens.
Who are your 3 stars?
That's the thing. They're all so good.
How long did it take you to feel normal after the trip?
I'm waiting on it.
Right. you added a little floater, a little chaser to your drink. What about you?
How about you? Pretty quickly. I mean, you get back to Texas, though, and just get punched right in the face with the weather. It is unbelievable. What happened? Was it like this when we left? Because it was so great. Put on a jacket in the morning, go out for a little walk every day on Texas time in California. So it's 5 a.m. It was awesome.
Not to scoop the weekend check, but I went to the Perot Museum with the kids yesterday, and there's an outside part that's awesome. Like ropes course, all this, but it's outside.
Yeah.
And within 15 minutes, I looked like I had pissed myself. Like, that's how sweaty I was, and my kid was like, I want to go inside.
Blake stopped over yesterday to get his water because he loves the Wildwood water or whatever.
Arrowhead.
Arrowhead.
Maybe I need to post the video I took of Blake at Vaughn's, the grocery store out in California.
Oh, yeah, I want that.
Because he had so much water in his cart that he couldn't turn it.
Yeah.
He was having to, like, put his hips into it and really push it.
Well, after I checked out, Dan wanted to push it because I think he wanted to work out that day.
Yeah. No, you did act like it was really tough. You're like, here, I'll take that. I'm like, no, okay. I'm not 80 here.
No, well, you're on game day. I'm not.
Yeah. Had a little peptide. But Blake came over yesterday. For some reason, he's wearing long pants. I don't see you in shorts very often.
I've taken to 2011 Dan where I don't like wearing shorts to work.
Interesting.
Because that used to be your bit.
Oh, yeah. I went for a decade or so.
So I haven't.
This is more business-like. I'm going to wear jeans.
I haven't worn shorts to work in 2025.
Wow. And we're only just now noticing.
Yeah.
But you had long pants on, and Blake sweats on his knee. Like
it was.
You had sweat everywhere.
There's nothing. Listen, dude.
Like just
he and I are legion on this. You don't understand.
Well,
how does that just start?
That's the part of my leg that's touching the pants.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Like
so
I was
it's just
sweating all over.
Anything that touches the body.
body.
That's what I'm saying. Is yesterday, I'm just wearing these same khaki shorts, except it looked like I had an accident because the sweat from my balls and my butt were pouring through my khaki shorts. I thought when I quit the sauce that it was gonna stop.
The sweating?
Yeah. Well, that's what I'd been told. Is like that's a big factor with it. And it hasn't. It's gotten worse. It's terrible.
Well, let's just get right into a weekend check then. We have Flooring Direct DFW can present this weekend check. Remember Flooring Direct? They were the place that sent us to California. They were the title sponsor.
Indeed.
Of our cowboy training camp trip.
Now they want to be the title sponsor of your floors.
I don't like it.
I don't either. Didn't feel good coming off the bat. FlooringDirectDFW.com/DZ. What will that get you, Dan?
Buy now, pay later.
How later?
Up to 36 months of zero interest financing, no money down. Maybe you think that's not good enough. There's this other competitor that has a better option. They'll meet it or beat it. They are local. They want to serve you. They will come out to your house. They got a back-to-school special right now. Get new floors and countertops with Flooring Direct. Like I said, 36 months, zero interest financing, nothing down. The back-to-school, let's see. Here's some copy points. Our pros come to you with the hottest flooring styles.
What do you think? This is that old stuff?
Right in the comfort of your home. Yes, this is the up to the second.
Were you wanting
They're watching
shag
TikTok
carpeting?
to see what the kids are getting on for floors.
Get your floors on fleek.
And you can get a
what they
free
say.
estimate on your project without ever even getting in your car. They'll come to you. It's great. Schedule a free visit at flooringdirectdfw.com/DZ, or you can call them 972-449-9456. Weekend check. What did we all do over the weekend? I can start, only because I don't have a lot.
Yeah, don't sell yourself short, bud.
A lot of prepping for the week, getting squared away.
Dude, was that a part of your
Showering.
life when you were a kid? And
What?
So my mom had this deal of every Sunday was just like a work day. It was like, we got to get the house ready for the week. And in my head, I'm like, does the house have a fight this week? Like, we just live here. Why do we need to prepare that? And now I get it.
Don't we turn
Sunday's
off
just
the music? Is it scratchy to you, or is it like to the listener, or is it just scratchy to our?
No,
ears?
I hear it. Hold on.
Is it just to our ears? Anyway.
Anyways,
Sorry, I was distracted by the scratch.
You're fine.
But your mom did stuff. Anyway. Okay, so on the flight, I've gotten into your bit where I'll watch a movie on someone else's phone.
It's so much fun.
That I've never seen, and there's no sound. So it's Bradley Cooper, and I'm thinking it's the Chris Kyle movie. Is Bradley Cooper the Chris Kyle movie?
Yeah. American Sniper.
Okay, brief synopsis. So he's a country boy, loves to shoot his gun. He's so good at it, he could shoot a snake. He's like 100 feet away, he'll hit a snake out in the field. So you would think, here's a guy just wasting his talent on, then 9/11. Now he's watching the TV, and his wife, who had come over to him, or I'm guessing it's his wife, it was a lady who was wearing like lingerie and then looking real hot and stuff.
That sounds like a mistress.
So she's all hot, and they're about to hook
Blake's
up.
like, what is this wife that you're talking about?
They're about to hook up, but then they're watching 9/11, and that ruined the whole mood, apparently, because now she's like crying.
That feels like you timed that out right, and you could have an
least
O of a lifetime.
Ruined her mood, I guess. That if she starts crying in your arms from 9/11, you're like, oh, this is not making it worse. Okay, so now I miss a pretty big portion because the drink cart was in my way, and I'm working on the Brandon Aubrey theme song contest, which we'll be listening to songs tomorrow.
Okay. Thought you might have been working
So,
on that buff flight attendant that was...
When we return, I'm able to watch the movie again. Bradley Cooper's at a funeral. There's like a folded U.S. flag, so he must be a buddy. He must have gone and joined the Army because 9/11. Right? He joined something.
Yeah, he was in already, but it doesn't make the story as good.
Oh, okay, because it looked like he was just a country boy out in the
That's the movie.
field. Okay.
No, he was in.
So now we're up in Iraq or something. He's on the roof. He's set up as a sniper. He kills this guy. He's holding this guy is holding a missile launcher on his shoulder. So he kills him, and you're like, oh, that's good. Well, then this little kid, Iraq kid, I guess, he looks like he's about 8 or 9. He picks up the missile launcher, and now he starts aiming it at whatever the thing. And now Chris Kyle, a good actor, because now I'm in his brain. I'm watching his just thinking just from his looking at it.
From the retcon, you can just...
And he's very conflicted here, but clearly he knows I've got to kill this kid or else he's going to fire this missile. And then the kid drops the missile thing and then runs away. And now he kind of drops his head down like, oh, my gosh, the weight is lifted up. But
what a scene.
Because I know the end of the Chris Kyle story, or kind of at least, I'm thinking, all right, well, that starts mushing his brain. His brain is getting all mushed up with weird, like, stuff that trauma.
Yeah.
Because that was traumatic right there. And then, then we have a lot more snipering and shooting and sandstorms and action. And I guess that mushed his brain and stuff, too, but then we landed.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I think, I'm pretty sure he's going to kill some guy at a gun range, though.
Well, other way around. Yeah.
Somebody else killed him.
Yes. Now.
Oh, okay.
There
so
were a lot of
his
people
brain
who were
wasn't too
not
mushed up.
Well, we can get to
I'm
that
not
too.
sure if people would still call him an American hero if he just took down a civilian at a gun range.
for sport.
Okay, that's right. What am I doing?
I'm
Okay.
a bit rusty. Could you take off to dip in at about 75 yards? No. So just as far as like what he did, he had a lot of stories that were not true. Right? So like a lot of them. He had stories about like going into Hurricane Katrina and like fighting off bad guys.
He shot the hurricane.
He shot the hurricane just like he shot 9/11 that day when the mistress was there. But the guy that he killed was a vet struggling with PTSD. Now, hindsight's 20/20, my friend. But before I learned of that story, I was not aware that a common thing to do with a guy who's suicidal and depressed in the military is to go to a gun range with some other homies and let off a little steam. But apparently, that's fairly regular. And we only found out about it when the guy killed the American sniper. But I would just say out of the box, I would find something else to do together. Pickleball. You know,
You can blow out, yes.
There's a
How
lot of
about
options.
Kickboxing class or something.
Sure. MMA. They love it, folks. But I don't know that the gun and the scene when they painted it was extremely creepy, obviously. You know, the guy was planning on doing this the whole time.
Planning on killing Chris Kyle?
Yeah. Now, there are other
He has
funny
those
parts.
piercing blue eyes.
Other funny parts, I don't know. But there's a lot. Like, he had a story about how he, like, got in a fight and kicked Jesse Ventura's ass or something. And Jesse Ventura's like, no. Like, I'm a public figure. You can't just say that. He got sued for defamation there. And then the funniest thing by far, and I can't really confirm this, but this is not a real show. When everything was going on with Grego and he was, like, down bad, and I've obviously been there, so your mind gets crossed up. But one of the days that he was off work, the story was that he was going as a pallbearer to Chris Kyle's funeral. Which
And you think that's all not true?
I don't, but I think there were probably a lot of guys who were telling them, their families and their communities, I'm Chris Kyle's best friend. We hang out. I'm basically the American Sniper.
Prove me wrong.
Well, you enjoyed it, right? I think this is a YouTube series. 5-minute reviews of movies from someone else's phone.
Yeah, I watched half of A Star is Born. Lady in front of me was watching that.
Oh, we're all watching Bradley Cooper.
When you said Bradley Cooper, I was like, did we watch this? Because we were on different flights.
Yeah, that would have been very exciting.
Yeah, it would have.
The other note I have about our trip, fantastic trip. We've got to have a new rule. I'm a bit of the bean counter on the show. And we got to stop wasting so much food at the Airbnb. And I'm going to look at you, Jake.
That makes me sad.
Your eyes are too big for your stomach. That's what my mom would say.
What are we talking about?
We left a lot of food in the fridge.
What?
The freezer, there was 2 frozen pizzas because the first night you're like, hey, I got to have these frozen pizzas.
I didn't know about that Topper's place. So that's on me. All right.
There's 2 boxes of Yasso bars.
He bought those and he didn't eat them.
You were saying they were the gay Yasso bars.
I'm not here for fruit.
Fruit ones are fine.
Okay, well then why didn't you eat them?
Well, you're the one who said buy a shit ton of Yasso bars.
We bought
and
more.
So he just did.
And still ate those. We just left the fruity ones. So I
And
think right now we're at about $25.
I'm just saying there was a lot of food in there. There was a bunch of other just drinks and stuff.
Last year, way more wasted.
Well, there was no beer left last year.
No, there was actually.
Oh, okay.
But
Well, I don't know. I was trying to make a
An alcoholic joke.
Mild joke. Yeah, you know.
But what you fail to realize is that the true alcoholic is not like, let me go to the fridge for everyone else's beer. Like, you got your own. You wouldn't have known. Like, that's not how that goes. You people have to think like us.
I might have heard a little, I thought I bought a 6-pack of this. I don't know. But anyway, the point is, let's just take it easy when we're just buying tons of food.
No.
I do this at home, too. And this is all... Oh! Aren't you the guy who complains about, like, half left water? Or are you not that guy?
Yeah, that's why I was walking around the media tent emptying one sip waters into my water bottle all week.
Okay. It just feels like you don't like to waste food.
No, the pizzas I forgot about. The Yassos, I was ready for that defense. But the pizzas I forgot about. And that, again,
It's a good defense on the Yasso.
Now that I know about...
Who wants a fruit Yasso?
Now, nobody, not even my kids. They're like, this is...
Better than nothing.
It is a lot healthier.
Yeah.
They're both healthy.
Because it's like orange.
But, no, I didn't know about Toppers. That place rocks. That's one of the best pizzas I've had, like, of that style.
That was the pizza you were ordering at, like, 11 p.m.?
I didn't order it once.
Well,
actually, I did order
every
it
morning
once.
there was pizza.
No.
Grim ordered it twice.
Jake ordered the Popeyes.
I ordered Popeyes.
Okay. Well, anyway.
Any more hate?
I'm not hating. I'm pointing out. I'm just trying to say, geez, this is like, how do you think he'd react to Shoddy if he was saying, look,
I just
you need
feel
to
for
work
his,
on your footwork. He'd be like, oh, you hate me. Not saying you hate you.
Our friendship got us like a 4-digit dinner. And you're over here talking to me about 2 frozen pizzas that got left in the oven, or excuse me, left in the
That's
freezer.
true. Like
I
overall,
don't want to hear it.
Overall, we probably did come out ahead because the next 2 mornings I had salmon.
I packed that salmon up for you. He was about to throw it away, and I'm like, hell no.
That's right.
Matt Grimm did cook us a lot of food that we didn't eat.
And that is the issue that I don't.
That's a little bit on Matt Grimm. He brought like 17 pounds of chicken.
I know, and I tried to eat some of it every day, but I couldn't.
Yeah,
you can't own
couldn't
that
house it.
I guess I'll go next because I think Blake's is going to be quite large.
Well, we might need Clayton's ride home as well.
Mine's pretty. Yeah, go ahead, Clayton. I don't know what you got.
I just meant before Blake, but I'm not trying to cockblock you.
So I had my bag searched at the airport on on Friday.
Did you have anything in there that you were concerned that they'd find?
Couple dubs.
Oh no.
Doob.
Yeah, I whatever else I had, I put in their car without telling them.
Like not a gummy?
Whatever. No, I had left 2.
A pre-roll.
Which, trust me, if
why wouldn't
I
you put that in the car?
If I forgot them, they were just. I found them in the place afterward. I threw out a couple things, like somebody gave us. Anyways, if I had found those pizzas, I would have put them in the bag and taken them as well. I didn't want to throw them out.
But we skied past you. Like the TSA pre-check.
Well, here's why.
Every penny.
There's another problem.
Because Dan and I were at our gate before you got to it.
My TSA is expired because my passport, I thought we lost it when we moved back into our house. And I panicked, and I'm like, well, then I need to cancel the passport and get a new one. We found it the next day. So now I have to get a passport appointment, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But not only am I not in TSA pre-check, I got thrown off by the deal that says if you don't have a real ID or a passport, go to this last line. And the last line doesn't say for driver's license. There's a line for TSA pre and a line that says real ID or passport. So me and these sad sacks over here, there's like 9 of us. They're getting to us when that line is empty.
Dang.
And it's 10 people. So by the time I get to the front, we were way early, so I wasn't sweating it.
You don't have a real ID?
But he's like, oh, you got a driver's license.
I think we all have real ID if indeed your driver's license
is the star.
Yeah, I didn't know that because I'm an idiot.
Ah.
And I didn't care because the guy was like, oh, just next time, whatever. And they kind of put me in the regular line as opposed to the extra security line, which is what they were telling me.
So you were in the extra security line.
Which is when I threw away
That's why they,
a vape I had. Because I was like, okay, that one they're going to find.
They searched every bag.
No.
Oh.
So when they tell me real ID, your driver's license work, they let me go in the regular line. I was like, okay, that's fine. And now I'm thinking to myself, like, what if I got caught with weed at the airport? I don't know what happens, but I know I can't get fired. So I'm thinking, how do they does it make the news? This
I am
might actually be
interested.
good for the show. How are they going to describe us?
I would like to see it happen.
And so my wife asked
To
me,
you.
like, how freaked out were you? And I'm like, not at all.
Yeah.
And I got up to security. They took my bag out in the regular line.
But you were also in California. They could have just thrown away your weed.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, they weren't going to.
I wouldn't try that coming from I wouldn't fly from Texas to California with weed. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
I don't know. But so they pull my bag off to the side. And I'm like, all right, well,
Let's see what
it's
happens.
about to get interesting. And they opened it up. And the first thing that they were after was my dumb supplements. So they took those out. And they were like, we got to test these.
Like your pre-workout?
Yeah.
stuff?
And
Oh, your powder.
creatine and pre-workout. And I've asked them before, I was like, if I put this in a bag, will it be easier? And they're like, probably not. Maybe if you can take it out of the bag beforehand, you might. But some people are still going to want to test it. So that's what they do. They test it with their little strip. And she's digging through my bag. My shoes are right there. There's a sativa in one foot and indica in the other, and she never picked up my shoes. And so that was it. I threw away the vape for nothing because they didn't even look in my backpack.
You're a trafficker.
I guess, yeah.
You know what? I got one more Jake
Jesus Christ, dude. I thought we had
plane
a good
thing.
week.
Okay.
This isn't Jake, but guy next to me as we're landing, just like in the girls, FaceTiming
That's not a Jake thing.
a video. Hey, we just landed. Yeah, why? Why FaceTime? Why not just an audio call? Okay.
Why not just
Here's a
text?
Jake thing, though.
Well, you know, they faked some of 9/11 calls from the airplane.
So every morning,
thinking ahead.
The change is loose, folks.
So every morning I drink a full pot of coffee and like a half gallon of water and all that. So I had done that, of course, Saturday morning. We were getting on the flight, or Friday morning. And so now, go to the bathroom a lot, what I'm trying to say. They announce we're going to be landing soon. So I'm like, you know what? I really got to go to the bathroom. So I run to the bathroom. And I'm in there and I'm like, you know what? I shouldn't be, because now it's like really bumping around and I'm trying to hold on and my head's against the thing and I'm trying to go. And I was like, boy, this is not going well. And then I hear like an announcement that says, hey, if you're in the bathroom, you're not supposed to be in the bathroom when we tell you it's time to land. Like the whole plane knows like I'm in the bathroom now. And so I'm like, I couldn't even get going to the bathroom. So I just zip back up and I'm like, man, this sucks. So I start to go out of the bathroom and the bathroom across from me, you know how there's two bathrooms right there, opens as well. And it's Jake. And so now this lady, the stewardess, starts yelling at Jake, kind of like just admonishing him like a mother would, like,
The lady I
we're
talked
not supposed to go
my
down.
side,
Blah,
but
blah, blah, blah,
the
blah.
guy was pissed. He was being a real jerk about
And so Jake, channeling young Jake when he used to visit Chappie with Joe.
Other Jake.
Jake points over at me, goes, I only went in because he did. And so now this guy
It's
tells
100%
on me.
true. 100% true. I thought, like, I just follow him, not thinking, boy, I'll get roasted for everything. I see him stand up, and I'm like, man, I really do have to pee. And as he's up, I think the sign comes on. It might have been up already when he got up. He disregards the rules. But once he got up, I was like, okay, he's adult.
And y'all have been on enough Stars trips where none of that matters.
It doesn't matter, but the plane was rocking.
It was. It was a bumpy landing or whatever.
And to the point where we couldn't, it was Chinese dick trap. We couldn't exit the bathrooms because as we kept pushing, they kept bumping into each
And
other.
shaking
and we could just see each other through like the doors opening and closing. And the lady's like, what is going on? And then we had to walk back during turbulence. And it was, dude, Dan's not kidding. We had hands up.
holding on to the thing.
I'm a pit in bed.
Guy's shoulder.
Yeah, it was a lot. They checked my bag too, so I had to wait. Like I saw you stroll out.
Oh,
like $1
you
million
had to
bucks. Yeah.
Oh.
Group 6 life. I had to wait.
Oh man.
Your mom would have been thrilled because they checked my bag for free.
That's what my mom's trick is.
Yeah.
Do you do that?
No, I've got something on that.
My mom wants to check a bag, and so she.
So we got home and I was exhausted, dude. I don't know. The time change, we were up all like it would. Let me say this: if I were to be critical of Dan in return, If the whole show decided to go to bed,
you can't play both sides
you
of this.
can't.
It's his turn now.
If the whole show decided to go to bed and do their own thing at 6:15 every night, I don't think we'd have much content from like the trip. There was a lot of action at night. Rangers, LA News, listeners
car
coming
chase,
over.
yeah, police car chases.
Did you say Rangers?
We were watching Rangers,
and we were watching the Rangers live in the 8th and 9th inning when Fire Nico guy was going off. We had a lot of fun.
Okay.
Dan's at bed.
That
at
was fun
6:15
audio that
every
we
night.
played. The Fire Nico guy. Oh
I
wait,
don't
no
know.
one cut off the audio.
Boy, I don't know how far behind the curtain you want to go because I went downstairs that morning and said, "Do you have that?" And you said, "Yes."
Oh, like have the audio. I don't recall that.
Now
Find the transcript.
we can, it was off the air.
Oh.
We have some of those too, though. So I was staying up later than normal. You know, if you're staying up till 10 o'clock out there, that's a midnight at home, and that's way late for me. So my thing was just off. But by yesterday, I think it was pretty solid. Went through a little bullpen session on Saturday. Get back into the game. Then watched, I don't know, the most boring football game I've ever seen, which we'll talk about, and Blake will make interesting in a second. Went to the Perot yesterday. Told you guys that. That's the best. Go check it out. And then this morning, I was back in the car line, where I belong.
School.
And I'm just going to start taking pictures of vans and stuff that I see and showing you guys the bumper stickers. Because this right here, this is pure North Texas suburb.
All right, what do we got?
You got a 90s font cowboy sticker.
So at the top left, I'm not drunk. I'm passing snacks and whooping ass.
You bet, mama.
So they saw that in a store and said, that should be on my car.
Hey, you know what happened is they said, do you have it on a shirt? And the guy said, only bumper sticker.
At the bottom right is a Transformers logo.
That's what I was thinking there, but I'm not in the game.
Top right, just a good mom with a hood playlist.
Careful there, lady.
Whoa.
You're getting pretty close.
And then, of course, the cowboy sticker.
Yeah, it kind of ill-placed lower third there on the top. I just love bumper sticker people, man. I love people that wear shirts that say, "Don't talk to me till I've had
You
my
have to get a look
coffee."
at them, you know? Like, who's that?
It's the same.
What did they rip
person
off?
every time?
There's residue from another one.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably their Jimbo Fisher Aggie Championship bumper sticker or something. What's up with you, Clayton?
Before we get to that, one more thing on what I did. So when we were away, Community Mechanical came over to the den. They installed a new the thing that keeps the thermostat.
We could have let him go.
What are you doing?
They installed a new thermostat. So, because my wife will nickel and dime me and go up there and be like, I'm going to turn this up to 90. And then the dog's like living up there. So I'm like, I got to turn it down. But if I'm so now I can do it from my phone. And
terrorize her.
That's one of the many things that Community Mechanical can do for you. They can just quickly install a new thermostat if you need one. The main thing you should do with Community Mechanical, they're our HVAC company, is get hooked up with preventative maintenance. That means you just get hooked up with that. They will come by in both the spring and the fall to kind of make sure you're set for the summer, make sure you're squared away for the winter, all that kind of stuff. They're the best.
And if you are a preventative maintenance customer, it's 10% off of any replacements that you need. And that saved me a ton of money because when I got a new system, it was 4 figures off because I got the 10% off.
CommunityDFW.com, the phone number. You can call, text Travis anytime, 469-667-7290. It is CommunityDFW.com. HVAC. I've been trying to write a song to that. You guys help me. There's a Hot to Go song in there. HVAC.
Now, we check in with Clayton, who drove home with Matt Grimm.
I rode home.
Thank you for clearing that up on your own. Otherwise, I would have.
No. Oh, you didn't drive at all?
No.
No, he's passenger princess.
And you guys didn't stop?
Okay. We made it to the other side of Flagstaff, and Grimm was like, I gotta catch a power nap. So we stopped there for about 15 minutes.
So for how deep into the trip of 24 hours is the other side of Flagstaff? I have no idea.
It was 11 o'clock at night, Arizona time. So We left at
maybe 8 hours.
Yeah, just about 8 hours, maybe a little bit more. Stopped 15-minute power nap. I timed it because I was awake.
And the thing that
you don't want to get raped.
The thing that hurt Matt is we had the Cafe Habana night the night before. So he couldn't store up sleep. So yeah, he was worried about the drive back.
Well, were you ever thinking, what if I just tell him I'll drive for a little while?
He's a Marine.
Can I speak for him on this? Because I'm an average driver, it may be below average. You have to let people know I will do this, and it's going to be worse. I'm willing to do it.
Yeah,
but we're not as safe as we are.
Yeah, but you're moving.
But is the 15 to 30 minutes worth like an A driver or a C+ driver? Driving across the country, driving that vehicle, I don't know. I just have to let people know. Like you, for example. At no point did I want to drive when we were in California. It's like, Dan's just better at this.
Yeah,
it's not because I don't want to drive.
You want to keep time.
Yeah.
And Matt was on a mission. And
just
one
like,
thing
you just
you
don't get in that guy's way.
Yeah, you don't get between a Marine and his mission. And he was checking his phone like, all right, we've made up 2 hours here. Our time's dropped, so we've got to pick up speed here. We're going to stop here. Tells me where we're going to stop. And I'm like, okay, sounds good, man. You do whatever. I'm just sitting over here. If you need me for anything, just holler. And we got to that first little power nap, got back in cruising. Didn't stop again until, I want to say, outside of Albuquerque. And we caught about a 30-minute power nap there.
That looks like probably another 5 or 6 hours. So now it's
Yeah.
the middle of the night.
Yeah, another middle of the night power nap. And that was it. It was, stops every hour or two for, drinks and restroom.
Alertness, really.
Yeah, just get out of the car, walk around a little bit, stretch the legs. But like I said, Matt was determined to beat you home. And not even just beat you home, but beat you. Like, he wanted to beat you to the plane when you got on the plane in California, but that wasn't going to happen.
No way.
Yeah, his goal was to beat you home, beat you before you landed and everything. And I just kind of sat back and said, hey, man, I'm just along for the ride. You do whatever. And we did. We beat you home. We beat your wife home from work. So,
yeah, you routed us.
Yeah. We got there, got unloaded, and left. And
what time?
3:45, I think, is when we pulled into Dan's house.
So what, like 24 hours home?
Maybe a little more.
A little bit more with the stop.
Wow.
Time change.
But yeah, it was a nonstop drive, and I can't thank Matt enough for keeping us safe on the road, and even in camp and stuff, just driving around and keeping everything going.
He's a very valuable asset and a
Yeah.
good man. And he's signed up for Denver. On to Denver, folks.
He's probably the back-to-back MVP of camp.
You'll humbly say that it's not you?
No, it's not me. I showed up late, left early. I had one thing left over from Cafe Habana night that I forgot to say on the show. And Cafe Habana it's a really nice spot. We were in a patio with trees. I feel like that's a symbol of a nice restaurant. You have greenery on the patio.
You're definitely right. I've never noticed that, but yeah, there's something to that.
I
little mood.
Wore pants.
You did.
I just thought, this is a nice place. And so as I'm sitting there holding in my gas, because I thought this is not the place. It's almost like an airplane. You don't want to do that to people around who are having a nice meal, an expensive restaurant.
Whoa. Why is our live stream playing here? Sorry, go ahead.
And then I see 2 dogs walk in.
Big dogs.
People have brought their dogs.
And I immediately looked at Blake. Because I know that's one thing we have in common. I'll eat outside. Blake doesn't want to eat outside. But if you bring a dog to a restaurant or a bar or a brewery, I am out. It's disgusting. That dog licks its ass. And now it's just...
You're in California, bro.
We'll bring it into a restaurant.
Well, I thought...
I feel like those...
Whatever.
Dogs are everywhere out there.
They're sitting over there, but then they jumped up and got in the booth.
Oh, no.
And so that licked ass is sitting where your ass is.
Yes.
So I just thought, okay, now the niceness is gone. And so I just let rip.
Now it's ass time at Cafe Habana.
But it just, I don't know. I thought, man, what a classy restaurant. This
Do you
is
think
great.
that
You're
is
saying you
dogs.
you farted because you weren't worried about that anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had sullied the place with animal. Do you think that, like, on aggregate, that is the hottest group of people you've ever farted on? Because, like, everyone in there was very attractive.
Definitely the
and
most
then
expensive.
us, and then we were also farting, which is also quite uncouth.
I haven't thought about that.
We look at a place everywhere we go, so I don't know, nothing new. But in there, there's a lot of people with pronouns in there. Is all I'm saying.
So I packed 2 books for the trip. I was about 200 pages from finishing one of them, and then I brought another like 800-page book, and I thought, yeah, I could probably knock both of these out on the trip.
No.
You didn't read one page?
No.
No.
No, I had car chases to watch. We had Rangers games. I had my Madden franchise to start. I didn't read much. But I did finish, but I just thought it was very pretentious of me of like, yeah, I'll knock out 1,000 pages on this trip, and then didn't hit any. But I did finish the one book on my way back, and I am 2 books through the trilogy that the Amarillo doctor gave me, which is the Power of the Dog series. And Jake, I know you've quit books, which is really sad, because the first leg of this, The Power of the Dog, is the best book I've ever read. And I am, fiction, female affair, whatever, just the gayest book that you can think of. And this is not in the same realm.
I've heard of Don Winslow for sure, right?
Yeah, he's a popular writer. And this trilogy is highly recommended. Ratings are through the roof. And it follows a DEA agent in the war on drugs, trying to track down this drug kingpin. And then there's some other characters that all intertwine at one point. But if you wanted to... We talk about this all the time. We wish we could go back and watch Breaking Bad for the first time. Well, I just read it.
Hell yeah.
It's amazing. It's a big book. It takes you a while, and it's a lot, and there's a lot of characters to keep up with. But if you're looking for that just badass story, politics, action, and you have not read this, I highly, highly recommend it.
It looks great. Unfortunately, it looks like the movie flopped. So for dummies like me, but like Boys in the Boat is one of my favorite books, and the movie was terrible.
Really?
It says nothing about that, but it looks like right up my alley. Yeah, I mean,
yeah. So that was the first one. I'd finished the second book on the plane, and that is a little less actiony. It's more of the politics. It reminded me of the one season of The Wire I watched, where it's more about how can we catch these people? How can I explain to the right person that this needs to be done? And just kind of the back scene of like an investigation and a bust. And that was really cool. So I'm going to start on the third one here after I read Boys in the Boat, because that was given to me by my book club, and I got to read that first.
I'm into it.
But good recommendation by the Amarillo doctor. I'm loving it. And then I got about 25 gallons back of Arrowhead water. So I'd like to...
How's that compare to last year?
I think I did better because last year I was chasing the deal. Because if you bought 4 cases or more of Arrowhead, they were half price. And so I thought, well, hell yeah, let's do that. But that was hard to bring back. There wasn't a lot of space, and just the case is massive. But Vaughn's had these 2.5-gallon little carrying packs of water, which I bought them out. I bought all they had, and then all of the 1-gallon jugs they had. And so we're about 25 gallons, which should get me through the rest of the year, I think.
So other people are muling gummies and
joints,
just things you can't. Well, I guess you can't get this in Texas either. You can get water.
No,
not water this good.
This water is that important to Blake.
I mean, I felt bad using it at the room, like dumping it into my bottle.
I want my friends to experience it.
It was really a treat the whole week of Arrowhead water.
It was nice in the car, too, because it kind of had this soothing wave sound with the water sloshing back and forth.
Water
Put me to
bed.
sleep. It was nice.
So I got that loaded up and in my 5-gallon water dispenser. You mentioned the check bags. So I flew Southwest. I wanted to save the company some money.
Gee, dude, everybody needs to just stop. This is so ridiculous.
Nah, he was.
The plane ticket was.
Remember, he booked like
I booked
4
late.
days out.
I booked late.
He said it would have been $1,000 for a plane ticket.
And seriously, it was $500 more per ticket to fly.
Okay,
else.
I just don't. I feel like we're turning this into.
And Southwest, they fine airline to fly.
I love Southwest.
Yeah.
Love Field is closer to my house.
Except for the night before when I noticed you panicking because you forgot to.
I did forget to check in.
Have they made the change yet?
Yes.
Okay.
So I checked in late. I was in the C group, which is fine. Now I don't mind traveling by myself because I know what it's like traveling with my kids. Kids.
There you go.
So now I don't care. Put me in the middle. I have no one else to worry about. It doesn't bother me at all. But Southwest bags do not fly free anymore. And so everybody is stuffing all they can into their carry-on.
Again, you know my bit. You should have to pay to not check bags.
Yeah, I get it.
They should make you check bags.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, it's this big freaking whatever. It's a game.
Yeah, people trying to find space in the overhead and
Creates a lot of tension.
They don't want.
What if we played live Tetris in a tube?
Yeah.
And see if everybody can work together.
And they're not paying attention either. They're like, hey, put your bag up, wheels first, turn it on its side, and no one does that.
No, and people, I don't know, people like would have to move bags to fit other things.
You know what? I'm just gonna
Hey,
throw my
where
purse
are
up
you
there.
putting my? That's my. Where are you putting it?
Right.
And then getting off the plane, now they have to backtrack to get their bag, then to get off. It's a mess. So yeah, I like day and world where you have to pay for your carry-on. But as we got through the A group, then they started saying we're gonna have to check bags. So if you're in B or C group, take it over here, get it checked so we can get off on time. And yeah, I had to do it. Although I had my Xbox in my bag, and I didn't want that thrown all around. So I'm in the middle of the gate, taking all my clothes out, getting my Xbox out, putting my stuff in my backpack in my bag so I can get my Xbox in my backpack with me.
Yeah.
Like the most important thing you brought is your Xbox.
It's the most fragile thing I brought.
He has like a special. It looks like he's carrying a nuclear football. He has like a little special case for it.
It needs
And
to
I
be
know
protected.
that because that's the only thing he got out when he arrived the day of the Sunday.
Yeah.
Immediately was like gaming. I love it.
Yeah, got to keep up with my dynasty. And so then, yeah, this weekend was the first game for me to produce the Compass Media's coverage of Dallas Cowboys football. And so I am not a part of the local broadcast. I produce the national broadcast. So anyone outside of the DFW area listening to a Cowboys game is hearing Ted Emmerich and Jesse Hawley and myself producing.
Is there a way to hear it online? I looked.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think it is.
I just drove to Oklahoma.
Thank
I was
you.
excited for you.
Thank
yeah.
you.
Yeah, I was pretty pumped.
So they tell me, you're doing all you can to just get the job, not really caring about what you're saying almost. And they said, yeah, you'll need to wear a blazer. I'm like, oh yeah, not a big deal. And then last week I realized, yeah, I should probably buy a blazer because I don't have one. I don't have a suit. I don't have any of that.
Yeah, why would you?
So I had to go to Men's Warehouse, get fitted, and the guy's, he's doing his best, but I walk in looking like me in a Lone Star Beer t-shirt. I got shorts on. He's like, doing this little bit of like, oh, I think you're a 42 regular. Let's put you in this one. And I put it on. It fits great. And then I look and it's $350. I'm like, yeah, I don't know if this is it for me, pal. And I said, where's your clearance section?
Get the new job, cowboy money, bro.
I've given up.
No. $350 for a jacket?
Yeah, that's pretty normal. You're an adult. A suit's probably going to cost you
really
$700.
Oh, I don't need a full suit.
Well, yeah, but I mean I would say that's probably normal. However, what did you do? Because I have a solution for you.
Well, I got what I needed out of him, which was my measurement. 42 regular.
Then you went to Goodwill.
No, then I went to clearance over there.
Okay.
On that rack.
Well,
and I went to 42 regular and found one for 80, one for 20, and
There you
one
go.
for 100.
I find that you can really unlock a level, and people who really know are going to know, but most people don't. You could go get that suit tailored. Go get that jacket tailored for $25. Buy a cheap pair of pants, buy a cheap suit that kind of fits you. and then go get it tailored, even for $100, and it'll fit like a glove, and nobody can tell that you got it from Kohl's. Little cheat code there for you.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that. I did feel bad for him because he was trying to upsell me, and he was just doing his job, and then I just was like,
well, he didn't do his job properly of sniffing you out as a guy who is cheap as hell.
Yeah, probably should have helped me.
Yeah, you should have known.
So, I mean, I got a bunch of jackets and some pants and shirts, all for the original price of the first jacket. So I think I did good.
You really did establish the run there. Big time.
All right. And so then got to the game. I was nervous as all get out because it's like...
Dude, where do you park?
Just
walk me through.
Okay, so they send you the parking pass. Everything is digital. You park right next to the stadium. That's where the media lot is, gate 3.
Okay. Yeah.
I get out of my... It's less than 100 yards from the building.
I've never parked there, but now I know what you're talking about.
It's amazing. Getting in, awesome. Getting out, horrible.
Because you're deep.
Yeah. So I got to figure that out. So then, you get in, you scan, and it's just like...
Get the Dan copter. I mean, I know you're a plane guy, but there's got to be something you can do. That's what Jerry does, right? Like, to leave right after the game is just...
Helicopters out. Scan your badge. You walk in. I think Ted has told us this on the show, but to get anywhere in the stadium now, at least to the field, they have facial recognition. So you're wearing your credential. That gets you in the building, but from there to get into the press box, to get to the field, to get anywhere near the locker rooms, you walk to this iPad, and it scans your face, and it says, "Welcome, Blake Jones. Access granted." Turns green, and then you can walk through.
So Jurassic Park. I love it.
But to even get in the press box, I mean, there's no like, just come up, I'll get you a credential.
That's wild.
Ahead of time, they got to scan.
And
your
just so
face.
people know, like, you can kind of get into other press boxes if you really like. For
No doubt.
A low-level team, like a college team or something, that does happen.
No, yeah, I would get.
This is a whole,
Anybody that I had when Texas played TCU, I'll get you on the field.
Yeah.
Not a big deal at all.
Yeah.
But
now, do they make
here?
Do they make the players each do it when they go through the TGI Fridays before they enter the field? They have to stop and scan.
I don't think so. But yeah, got down on the field. Ted Emmerich was play-by-play. Jesse Hawley did color. They were fantastic, and we went down to the field before the game, and I'd never been on the field for anything. And I know this is preseason, but still, those dudes are massive, and they're so fast, and it's just unreal being down there, even during warm-ups. And so I luckily timed it pretty well. Brandon had just finished his warm-up, and I went over and said hello.
Was he like, "What are you doing here?" Like, had it set into him?
Said, "Oh, hey." Like, yeah, you're back. Like, "Oh, where are you?" And he's just very kind, but it was cool. And then, the game itself, I don't know if you felt like this, but like a producer's job, I feel like is more like what you make it. Like, there's not a guy there telling me, do this, do that. You get to dictate this or whatever. It's, all right, go produce the game. And so obviously, there are things like getting reads in, getting commercial breaks, but as far as the flow, it's really up to me. And once I got in the second half, I started to settle down a little bit. But working with Ted, super easy.
What do you mean the flow's up to you?
Just like when we do reads or when we do IDs or how we send it to break.
Okay, so you have this big list of stuff they have to do.
Yeah.
And it's just up to you to get it to them.
Yeah.
But also, like, I imagine knowing, like, oh, here's Maris Leofow with a tackle, and they'll have a thing during the year, right?
Yeah.
You'll have, I know the Cowboys broadcast does
They have a guy feeding them that
a
information? Like that was a 4-yard gain or whatever?
Yeah, the stats guy? Yeah.
So they have a different guy that you're in charge of as well?
Not really. The stats guy and the spotters, they kind of do their own thing. I don't have much to say over them. But,
Are you like the shoddy of the broadcast? Like you're kind of overseeing everything and...
Yeah.
You'll walk around producer.
But all these other guys, because that's what I've been thinking about Shoddy, too. He does have some influence, but he's also got a defensive coordinator who's done it before. And, that's why I kind of think the preseason for them is just all right, let's just see how this all kind of works. And they're just worried about the technical part of it, where to fit the spots in, more even than how everybody's playing.
Yeah. But, there's...
At least that's the way it looks so far.
There's 100... Yeah, and there's me and BA on the field before the game.
That's cool.
There's 100 decisions to make. But, like, when you take a step back, it's a game. So it's just like You just have to be really organized and see like, oh, they're about to call for a break. Don't ask Jesse a question. Look, we're gonna keep it going through here. We have extra time here. There's.
Can you talk in their ear?
Yeah.
And they can't. Okay.
So I have a little box where I can push talk to Ted, and I'm only talking to Ted.
Okay.
I'm only talking to Jesse. I'm only talking to stats. I'm
So you
only
can
talking
kind
to
of
the engineer.
rip Ted to Jesse.
Oh, I'm trying to throw Ted off the entire game.
Okay.
I'm telling him phase of a tornado. That's not even true.
I'm not surprised that
When
this was
George
easy
Pickens
for you because I think a lot of times in whatever, you think that when you get to the big level, it's a much harder version of the small level. It's not a lot of times. In fact, a lot of times to make the small level work, you have to be much more technically adept and much more on your toes because you have no support.
Right.
You know, Blake's been doing this basically out of his basement, for colloquial terms, for 15 years.
Yeah, when you're doing Argyle, you're doing
everything.
Well, and that's because you're right. You hit it. I'm the stats guy. I'm a million things for Argyle. But when I got here and they said, just keep them on time, give them the breaks and the reads, and do the I'm like, that's it? You don't want me to do anything else?
It's pretty sweet.
Yes. So it was.
Well, the caveat is you got to wear a suit.
Yeah. But I needed to see it, and I feel much better, and it's going to be awesome, and I can't freaking wait until Philly.
What do you know about this Jerry Recco fella?
He works on The Fan in New York.
He's a post-game host?
No, he does play-by-play for road games.
Oh, okay.
Ted only does home games.
Okay. This guy's like the board op, or was many years ago, for Boomer and Geo. I see that he hosts the Cowboy postgame show. Jersey guy.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of those, you know?
Mm.
Just not sure about the decision.
Well, he's
put a Jersey guy on.
He's a Northeastern guy, like, because he'll do the 2 New York games, Philly, Washington, maybe Chicago, and he just drives to the games pretty easily. But
also, the website says Steve Berline and Tom Emmerich. So
really,
the Compass Media website currently says Tom Emmerich.
Okay,
we're not the only idiots in class. Well, I'm super happy for you, man. I can't wait for you to become the fourth amigo. I've kind of been imagining you like Rick Moranis with the Ghostbusters. Like, not really one of the specialists, but kind of around.
Yeah, I need some Lucy.
Yeah,
handed out on the plane.
I'm excited to hear about the flights and where you sit and
team hotel.
How long it takes Brad Sham to come over and tell you to quit our show.
Do you think he's aware of us?
I don't think so. I was honestly amazed that Christy knew that I got.
Yeah, how did Christy Scales know?
I don't know.
You guys are fools. This is insane.
Well,
we
I
had
would
this
imagine-
conversation at camp.
Well, but
They're in the booth
she's involved
next
in
to you.
the. Well, yeah, but
No,
she's got her own bit.
I'm sure they turn up a little bit at like, oh, the national.
Oh, definitely. That's why they know. You know what I mean? They
didn't think they
definitely
would-
look at each other.
Are you higher ranking than the Mexican broadcast?
I don't know.
Don't they always put them in the end zone? That's what they do to the Browns guy. But then again, there's probably not as many.
And imagine being the Mexican Browns guy.
No, I mean,
That's it.
A part of engineering TCU is that I had to do TCU English and Spanish, and they would put Spanish, like at SMU, they're on the roof in August. And at Texas, they're way the hell over there. Like, Spanish gets the short end of the stick everywhere. And I think that's going to be us. Because he said some venues were outside.
Yeah.
Uh,
I have to get one of those suit, like, big jacket things.
A parka, a jacket? What are we?
You know what you could use if you were outside?
Sounds
You could use a
A roof, dude. Why don't you just build a roof over there? Build a broadcast port.
Did you know insurance companies recommend having your roof inspected at least twice a year?
I didn't.
Twice?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, I was surprised that it was even once. But why not get a free inspection with Qualis Roofing? In fact, they can find compromises in your roof that aren't typically visible to the naked eye. I believe, was it Grady Spencer they got a new roof for? So that's just happened. They'll work with your insurance company. You don't have to deal with it. They got me a new roof, and they did all the talking. They did all the phone calls. I didn't have to deal with any of it. The only thing I had to deal with was paying the deductible. And everything else was done by Qualis Roofing.
And when you start with that inspection, get yourself a free Dumb Zone t-shirt. If you get a new roof, you can come out, do a 690. Qualis, simply put, is one of the best companies that I've ever had the pleasure of being around. You don't hear anybody have a bad word on the customer side of things. The people who work there are all legitimately very good people. They do things the right way at Qualis. So check them out for your roof, carport, whatever you got going on. QualisGC.com. That's QualisGC.com.
From the wonderful world of sports, Radio Sports Scoreboard.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
What a boring football game, Dan. I don't really draw a ton from it, you know. It's not like I want to come in here and be like, oh, Cowboys are take the under. But there are definitely some things you can take from it.
Well, a lot of, like I said just a little bit ago, some of my thought is that Shoddy's new at this, and it's not like he's a long-time offensive coordinator who has been calling plays for many, many years either. So he's new at a lot of this. He's been around it, but he hasn't actually had to do it. So I think a lot of this preseason stuff, with this staff especially, they have an offensive coordinator who's been like an offensive line coach. And so what's his real role?
Like, wouldn't you feel a million times better, and this would never happen because it would undercut the reason for hiring Shoddy in the first place, but if you had the analogous coach to Eberflus on offense,
yes,
or Mike Zimmer last year on offense,
yes,
just somebody else who was like, they could, fine, they're 60, but they work with Shoddy.
Maybe it's Eric Bieniemy. Maybe it's just
I mean,
some guy who has done it before.
Has done it.
I don't know that Bieniemy called all the plays either, but
called some of them though. I think.
So I have a big problem. First of all, it's a problem that Shoddy's the coach. Okay, if he's going to be the coach, though, yes. Do you want to give him play calling duties as well? So I kind of think this preseason, as much as you want it to be about a lot of the players, it's really a lot about the mechanics of the coaching staff and just how everything is working. They got a new special teams guy. They got new position coaches left and right. They're all kind of figuring out their roles. So if you expect to see a dynamic, exciting game, you know, I just think their heads are spinning on just it happening.
Yeah.
Let alone being able to implement an exciting or like switch game plans in the middle of the game. You know, this is they're just happy to get through the game. That's what I think.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
And no injuries.
But at some point, it would also be okay to like execute really basic stuff well. You know, if we're gonna keep it vanilla or Manila, as Terrence Parsons said, then could we not be, you know, a little crisper with it, a little tighter with it? And
well, how do you do that with your second string and third string? Like, you're not playing anybody really.
Man, you should still be able to go out and run football plays efficiently. Your twos against their twos, your threes. I mean, other teams gain yards in the preseason with their backups. It's not impossible, but obviously Milton is nowhere close. And does it even matter? Right? Like, what does it matter? You're completely screwed if Dak goes down, right?
Well, that's what you're establishing here.
And that's the case for 19 or 20 other teams. And if the Cowboys had done this right, then they would have been in a position where they had actual money. Like, is there another team that needs to spend money on backup quarterback more than Dallas? I mean, how many could there be in the league? 2 or 3 other teams?
The Rams and Stafford.
Okay, let me cut it down. Just against like
the Steelers,
teams with starters.
Yeah, I'm saying teams that have aging quarterbacks who have shown to be a bit injury prone. You're going to need somebody, and that's why it is very perplexing why you would let Cooper Rush walk. For all that we make fun of Cooper Rush, he's performed very well when he had to fill in.
Yeah, and people would have been pissed about that.
About keeping Cooper Rush?
Yes, because it's not exciting. It's not sexy. He's boring. But to go back to
Joe
what
Milton
I'm saying,
was exciting and sexy for one game. He had one good game, and New England immediately said, we have to turn this into something because we know who he really is.
Right. All you need to know.
And I've got just the team that'll send us a 4th-round pick.
Look, they just did it. But I'm saying Aaron Rodgers, Stafford, but how many other quarterback positions are you as worried about the health as you are Dallas? I don't think there are many. They should be paying a backup quarterback $7 million a year. Get the best one. Get Gardner Minshew. They should have the 22nd best quarterback in the league as their backup, because it doesn't matter that you're paying the guy $60 million if he's hurt. In a perfect world, you'd pay the guy way less than that, and your quarterback spot would have more money available for QB2 and on down the line. It's not where we are. So you can either say, well, we paid this guy hope he stays healthy, or you can acknowledge the reality, which is that $60 million is going to be a worthless investment if this is what happens if he misses one game. I feel like something similar has happened with the head coach thing. Last week we were talking to, I think, maybe Machota about how the hiring process worked. I think Shoddy might actually be a good CEO head coach. But I think because the Cowboys brought him in to interview for the offensive coordinator, and then he blew them away on his head coaching type talks, they then were just like, why not do both? There's no reason why they couldn't have pitched Shoddy on getting an offensive coordinator to call plays at that point. Why didn't they?
Right, someone who shares your vision.
What do you think he was going to say?
Right.
No.
Well, and
I won't be the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys unless you give me full play control. Well, I want to be the GM as well.
The opposite of the way Mike McCarthy was hired, because they had Kellen Moore already in place calling plays, and they said we want to keep this in place
for a guy who'd won a Super Bowl.
Right, and then after that gave them the leeway to, after things weren't going as well as they wanted to, like, hey, actually, why do we hire you? You should call plays. And that's when they let Kellen Moore walk.
Right.
When
and
he went to, did he go to the Rams?
First he went to the Chargers.
Chargers and then Philly, yeah.
And at that time, you could defend that because Mike McCarthy had quite a track record of success in calling plays.
Oh, sure. No, but
I didn't love it, but you could defend it.
But it was the main point is it was a head coach not doing what the head coach wanted to do when he got hired. He was acquiescing to Jerry. Jerry had another idea, and Jerry's idea then was, Kellen Moore's doing great. I'm hiring you just to be the CEO. Okay, well, all right, we'll do that.
Exactly, and that's
now
Mike McCarthy.
Now they're hiring this guy and saying, wait, but we want you to call plays. Well, yes, so.
I just think sometimes, like, literally just the things get lost in translation, and it takes somebody stopping and saying, I know we were talking about that. Now that we're on to this, can we revisit that other part?
Here's what's going to happen.
They're going to hire an OC next year.
Well, let's just talk even about this year.
Okay.
And I know Blake likes saying that Shoddy will be fired by Thanksgiving. I don't see that. I don't see an in-season firing, but certainly if things are going awry, and I believe they will, I believe that they're not going to plow through this early season easy schedule the way that some think they could. And then there's going to be some panic. And the first step will be, you know what, Shoddy will kind of fall on the sword and say, I'm evaluating this. I think that we need to have another play caller. Like, it won't be like it was told to him that Jerry is telling him he's got to do this, but he's going to take it upon him or tell Jerry, look, I got to announce this as if it's my idea.
After the bye week.
Yeah, and then so, yes, Clayton Adams will be calling plays moving forward because this will give me a better opportunity to evaluate I'll be able to focus more on those late game situations. I won't burn that time out like I did in week 3, or there will be some mistakes. I mean, he's a rookie head coach.
Clayton Adams is a rookie. I mean,
right.
I feel worse about that. Well, that's the thing. That's why I'm looking for Eric Bieniemy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This guy.
Well, we're here now. You're too far in.
I know. And as far as our bad options go, I'd almost rather Shoddy just write it out because this guy's an offensive line coach. He's never called plays. Like, I don't see OC on his list anywhere other than like co-OC and co-this, co-that.
Has Shoddy called plays in a game?
He has, yeah. He definitely did. But he did it for Pete Carroll. 18-20, he was definitely calling all those plays in Seattle. Okay. Now, Pete Carroll fired him and said, we wanted to run the ball more. They already ran the ball a lot, but there is a case to be made that Shoddy is a little bit more aggressive and wide open than he's shown in the past. We're going to find out. But just, again, in rethinking it, I think he could be a good CEO head coach because that's the part that I think you can train on the job for. You can watch the head coach do it. I think Dan Campbell did this in New Orleans with Sean Payton. He was the assistant head coach and the tight ends coach. Dan Campbell never called plays, not to my knowledge, but he was learning how to be a head coach. And then when he became a head coach, he was just the head coach. I feel like Shoddy might be able to do that, but I don't think he can do it while calling plays. And I don't even think he can call plays. So I think they just got ahead of themselves. And now he's the OC and the head coach, but he will not be next year. They will have an OC next year.
That's a pretty boring post-game press conference, but I did go through it for you, and there's a couple of bingos.
The biggest thing for me is, again, we just, we have to balance up the time of possession. We had the defense out there for over 40 minutes. That's too long. Well, why is that? Well, we weren't very good on third down, and we got to be better on third down.
No, we all watched, dude. We know why it was.
Just the questioning.
We need to play more physical. I know we're more physical than that. Again, how do you do that? Well, you do that by having padded practices, and you do that by having your run drills and things like that. And
see, now this is a different part. This is something that you can say words all you want, but they don't mean anything if you don't do them. And that's what we've heard about. We're going to have a tough training camp and a very physical training camp. Now, I have not been at many practices, but I've talked to a bunch of the guys who were at all the practices and who have been around the Cowboys for years, watching them at training camp. And the consensus seems to be that this was not a particularly hard-hitting training camp, that it was not a physical training camp. So he says things because he was saying it last week. He was saying last week's practices were going to be real physical. How come? Well, because they're wearing pads. I don't know that always
Yeah, that is
an
a good
A to
point
B.
because everybody – so in the first few weeks of camp, Cowboys Twitter was bitching nonstop about how this is too much. The injuries are just insane. Why do we have these padded practices every day? Why are they hitting so much? And that is happening, and people who watch those practices, as you're referring to, are like, they have pads on, but there's nothing intense about this. Just because they have pads on, it's not translating to intense practices. And I'd forgotten that I wrote an article on Friday completely based off one of our conversations in the car, which is my first camp was 2016, which was an insane Dez year. And, you can find the video of him going through one-on-ones and everything, but I've got it on my phone. I remember it like it was yesterday. It felt like watching a high school or college football practice like at night. I'm not even sure if there's rules out here. This guy might have a gun. Like, he just seems insane. And Orlando Scandrick's over there just blank back and forth. That might have been 14. But my point is, there was a level of, like, danger to those practices.
Yeah, some guys were actually getting pissed that he
was embarrassing them.
He's playing too hard, but then that got them to play.
Raise their game.
That was yes.
It was a thing,
Those
dude.
practices were intense.
You would get chills watching him because it was like, oh, this is like
he's out here to dominate.
Yeah.
He's out here to embarrass you.
He's got his money.
Do you want right? No, it
was different, man. It was different. And
you missed Dez's edge for sure.
Dez's edge, and then who's going to step up now? I was reading reports of what Myles Garrett was doing to the Eagles in their practice, and they couldn't practice. The Eagles couldn't practice because Myles Garrett was just wrecking the fucking game, play after play after play, and that's what Micah would have been doing out there. And I know he's not like Dez, but he is vocal, and I just think having they really screwed up by not having him there for Shoddy's first camp, because that guy's already in an uphill battle trying to get everyone to listen to him. And instead of Micah being out there like yelling, nobody can block me, and Sam Williams is getting more hyped up, he's walking around with half a jersey on, like hiding. And everyone's paying attention to that.
And Marquise Bell had one physical play where he put a hat on somebody, and they ripped him out of practice.
Yeah.
And he said, the Rams was doing that to us.
Yeah.
Didn't say anything to them, but you pulled me out of practice.
And, dude, they just got bodied in both these preseason games on the ground. They're small too. Mozzie, what are we doing?
Right.
Can we cut Mozzie? Like, another team would cut him by now. He's only here because he's a first-round pick. And the problem is, much like Mac Brown and quarterback, now they're like, well, we've got a guy. I'm like, well, he clearly isn't the guy. But to them, they're like, we already fixed that problem. We drafted someone. They look soft.
Yeah, well, then the question is, like, what is a shoddy team? What is this team? What's the identity? Because he came in blustery, hey, I want to run the ball more. I'm going to hire this guy. He was an offensive line coach. That means he likes to run the ball. We're going to run the ball. So then they directed none of their resources in the offseason to the run game. They hired scrap heap off the free agent pile. They could have been better had they just kept Why is he escaping me? They were running back last
Rico
year.
Dowdle.
Rico Dowdle, who signed a 1-year, like $2 million deal with incentives. They could have absolutely signed him here for that. You'd be much better off as well.
So much better off.
Much better off. So you don't, like, they're saying, I want our identity to be this, but they're probably going to be much more of what you might call a finesse team if they're successful, because they got to open it up. They got to do air Coryell. They've got 2 very good wide receivers. And they've got a very good quarterback. If their only hope is they've got to put points on the board. Their run defense is terrible by all accounts. They didn't really increase that this year, make that better. So they're not going to be able to do what they say they want to do, which is control both sides of the line of scrimmage. They have to just try and put a lot of points on the board, because they might be giving up a lot of points too.
Yeah, and I think, if anything, you're right to point out, it's just frustrating that it feels like it's kind of a charade, because you don't come in and say, like, we're going to pound the rock, and you hire Clayton Adams, and then just don't get a running back. Like, that's just a slap in people's face to be like, this is what we really care about.
Like, say we're going to open it up.
And then,
what's wrong with saying that? We got 2 dynamic wide receivers. We got a quarterback who we think is in the prime of his career. Let's go.
Time. Yeah.
Let's go.
And see if you can block Micah when we're up. But I don't know. For some reason, teams, I feel like, especially guys who aren't, like, you know who doesn't have to do this? Andy Reid. Andy Reid doesn't have to get up there and sell you a line of bullshit about, like, I'm a tough guy, I run the football, because you know he can win. But, new coaches, they do, right? Mike McDaniel, Cliff Kingsbury, they start getting criticized. So I feel like Shoddy is trying to let you know, I'm also a tough football guy.
He also likes this one thing, bingo. This is my last Shoddy cut.
But, we got a couple turnovers on defense, and then we turned it over on offense. We get the one sudden change, which we talked about this, all week in terms of.
Yeah, sudden change is a bingo, but that's not what I'm looking for here.
We get the one sudden change, which we talked about this, all week in terms of, can you gather that momentum? Yes. The defense gets the fumble, I think, right? And the very first play, we throw an interception. So those are the things you can't do. I mean,
he just likes using the word that it doesn't really mean what he's saying. You don't gather momentum. You just don't make a crappy play. How about the thing is, it doesn't matter when you make that interception. You don't want to have that interception. So the fact that it's one play after you get a fumble, well, that's pretty bad.
That
but
was really bad. I mean, because they get the fumble and it's take a shot, right? And then the deep safety was there the entire time.
You have to then know, maybe the other team is going to know you also like to capitalize and take a shot, because that's kind of what everybody does.
Hey, there's also the fact that Mingo does nothing else. So when he's on the field, they know.
You're
like,
probably
you ever play with a kid like this in high school? We're like, we got 2 plays for you.
He can run straight.
Hopefully they won't figure out that every time you're out here, we throw the same route to you. Because that guy's a waste of space as well. And
so now what do we got? Mingo, Mozzie, Mingo, Mozzie, Milton.
What was Mingo's injury?
Get rid of these M's.
I don't know. I think it looked lower body, but
PCL or something.
Fear that it would be PCL, but they look like a team that's a little bit able to be punched in the mouth. I also still think they can score a lot of points, and we're going to have a fun season. Everyone's going to have a good time.
That would be great. Quick hit on fairlease.com, fairlease.org. Oh, that's now you'll remember that I said it wrong. Fairlease.org. That is where you can go get a new vehicle. Or you're just sitting right there. Where are you? Where you are.
On your phone?
On the throne, on the phone.
We were talking about how hot it was this weekend. You don't got to go dealership to dealership and sweat your balls off.
No.
Go to fairlease.org.
Do it all right there. This is even more important with the fall coming back around. We got, youth sports. Blake's going to 3 football games in 3 days.
Wait, why is it even more important?
Because I don't want to go to a dealership when football's on.
Oh, okay.
You save that for the spring.
Okay.
I don't need it. The falls are for football and for Fairlease at fairlease.org. Make it easy leasing your next vehicle. They'll help you out with your trade-in. If you're in a bad lease deal, they can help you out with that. We've actually heard from people who had their leases purchased out from D&M. So hit them up. Run these things by them. They can help you in some way, I promise, at fairlease.org. Okay. somewhat Cowboys related here. I saw this tweet the other day, and it was from a guy who hosts like Locked On Broncos. And it was a tweet that is clearly fake. It was just like an AI-generated photo of Micah in a Broncos uniform, and it said this. If you want to put it up, Clayton, they can read it. It's just like it says it's something from The Edge with Micah Parsons. Cowboys superstar edge Micah Parsons 11 on possibly playing for the Broncos. My dream destination, Denver. I would love to play for the Broncos. They already got the best defense in the league, and they have a real chance at the Super Bowl. And then via the edge with Micah Parsons, the exact same way that, you see these things quoted. There's a fake graphic on there, TDN. It says football's 33rd front office, which I believe there's do you know the 33rd team, Blake?
No.
It's like an analytics company of coaches.
Okay.
So I think this is like a send up on that to make it look real. And it's got it's kind of a bad Photoshop there. So then I see this guy who hosts this podcast and posted this tweet, follow up, and says, "Oh my God, my bait made NFL Network." And it's just a screenshot from NFL Network's broadcast of the Bronco game of that tweet. So I'm like, I'm going to have to find out what happened here. There were no clips online, so we went to the original source. Enjoy. Steve Levy, by the way, doing play-by-play for the Broncos.
They ran their top 100 players. Those two players.
You lower your volume.
You think that's it?
I don't know.
This is playing on my headphones all good, man.
Is it these new things? Do we have to start doing the other plug-in again?
Fix yours. Or put the audio in Dropbox.
Okay. I'm sorry, guys. Where did Clayton go?
You guys remember fairlease.org?
I do.
Yeah, you can get a car there and stuff.
Let's put this in Dropbox. I'm sorry, folks.
That's okay.
In the August folder?
Yeah, I'm going to.
You want me to play you guys a little something?
Yeah. If you got
okay, because I have
Ooh, yeah, you do.
Other pregame or other preseason football audio for you. This is Dylan Gabriel. Are you familiar with him?
Oh yeah.
You know their bit? He's one of the Browns' 17 draft picks. They drafted 17 quarterbacks this year for some reason.
Got to be a cut coming at some point, right?
They drafted Dylan Gabriel thinking this is the guy we like, and then all of a sudden Shedeur Sanders is still there 2 rounds later. And they're like, well,
and the homeless guy got to Jimmy.
Yeah, then the owner is like, look, we got to take Shedeur Sanders. So now they have them both. But Shedeur Sanders, what do we know about him? We know Dion. We know he's flashy. He's got a brand, right?
That he entered his first start with an entourage, a guy carrying a boombox, guys carrying all manner of props.
Yeah, he's always like he's
filming everything.
He's about more than football. And if we know something about Dylan Gabriel, it's like he's a real boring dude. In fact, in college interviews, I think he's come across as like a robot, but he's all about football.
Robot stoner.
It's because he was high.
But he is definitely he's a chill behind
football. So they're talking to him, I believe, at halftime of the Browns game this weekend. Anyway, this is from, and then the NFL tweeted this out.
You gave us some fabulous wisdom on how you tune out the noise and you don't let it infiltrate yourself. Will you share that with everybody at home?
Yeah, I think it's just part of it. You know, there's entertainers and there's competitors, and I totally understand that. And my job is to compete, and that's what I'm focused on doing. Of course, we're doing this mid-game, but it's something that I'll get used to, and just want to be the best team that I can and create an environment where we can all go do our best work. That's all we want to do.
So most people took that as a shot at Shedeur Sanders. Like, they're entertainers and there's competitors. I'm a competitor. So the media, after the game, Tony Grossi, and I believe the newly minted Hall of Famer Mary Kay Cabot was asking him questions about this, asking him to clarify what does he mean by all of that. And he said this.
All you in this room are entertainers.
He said, all of you in this room.
All you in this room are entertainers, and you have a job to do, and I respect it, right? And I'm a competitor, so I have a job to do as well. And I think, just understanding that That's how I've lived by, and I've said that multiple times. So definitely not a new quote. I'm all about our team, you know what I mean, and each other. I would never make that, and I've said it before. That's why it's interesting. But for me, I've explained it. Entertainers are you all, competitor. That's what I am, and all my teammates, and we both have jobs to do. So that's it.
I believe him. I don't think you come up with that answer on the fly as a lie. I think that he's just doing the taxpayers from the professionals, whoever said that 30 years ago, or the man in the arena.
You think?
Yeah, I don't.
Because that explanation wasn't come up with on the fly necessarily. He might have been prepped for it, like, hey.
That's true.
There's a lot of social media buzz about your halftime interview. Come up with something where it doesn't sound like you're bagging on your teammate.
Can you play the beginning of it again? Like, how did they get this? How did they arrive at this answer? They just kind of said, hey, you were saying this off the air, right? Because I think that's important. I think they put him in that spot where if he was saying, hey, yeah, I look at it as like, I love you guys, but you're just entertainers. Your opinion doesn't matter. I'm the competitor.
Well, I didn't play that before, but here you go. I think this is kind of.
There's entertainers and competitors.
No. I'm saying
this is Tony Grossi in the press conference.
Yeah, but I'm saying on the sideline initially, how did this come up? They said something like, she said something like,
You gave us some fabulous wisdom on how you tune out the noise and you don't let it infiltrate yourself. Will you share that with everybody at home?
Okay, so pause. He was talking about this off the air, and then they brought it up on this, clipped out that question, and then he's saying competitors. But if they were talking to him in a production meeting 2 days ago, and they're like, how do you deal with the criticism? He probably said, this is how I think of it. I think they did him extreme. Well, the media ecosystem did him dirty. Because I don't think he was trying to talk shit. And I think it's also weird for a reporter to be like, hey, that thing you told me off the air, can you talk about that here? Like, that's typically something you go over. Like, was that on the record? Was that off the record? Let's put this in context here. I think that's weird.
All right.
Do we have it?
Yeah, we do.
Okay, so just started playing. This is the Broncos-Cardinals preseason broadcast. Obviously, I don't have control of it here, so we'll just try to make this work.
They ran their top 100 players today.
The NFL Network.
And Nick Bonito was 37th, and Micah Parsons was 35th. I mean, that's how close.
Broncos linebacker, right? Nick Bonito. So they're talking about how these players are actually not that far apart. Whatever.
They're talking about somebody ranked top 100 or something.
Yeah, there you go, Blake. And just how they stack up to Parsons.
Close. A lot of people view those two players.
Well, Nick Bonino's a better player all around. And Micah Parsons, make no mistake about it, he is a prolific pass rusher. No one's taking that from him. And he does not want to play the run. Nick Bonito, on the other hand, he plays the run. He can rush the passer. Got 3 straight pressures last week, one of them ending in a sack. And, oh, by the way, he had a pick 6 last season. I mean, I didn't see Micah Parsons do that. And that's, again, where it looks good. Micah Parsons, a big name. Bring him in. He's also been a headache for that organization. You got a guy who's quietly doing his work, getting better after being drafted by the Broncos. Nick Bonito's done everything right.
Okay, pause it. Yeah.
I don't know.
You're just getting a homer broadcast. If you listen to another team's broadcast, this is what it sounds like. Micah's a problem. He's a headache. Bonito just does it the right way. Micah doesn't even want to play the run. Well, I don't know. I don't watch Nick Bonito and think like, boy, Benito's really blowing up the run there. They're the same player in a lot of ways. The guy's just doing his thing. Skip ahead a little bit, and because they have a play made, and then we can get back to it.
Micah's an All-Pro. I mean,
yeah.
Benito made the All-Pro.
How are you
second
comparing
team,
these two players?
Well, I mean, look, the players voted him as 35 and 37, so it's not as crazy as they think. But let's see.
Fine.
Loss of 7 on the play.
Still got to get him down. And for Turner, this is one of those plays that, to me, he makes this play. He's going to make a few more now. Now he understands to trust himself and to trust his eyes.
They should have moved on,
to make a
right?
couple more plays before the evening's over.
I think the Broncos practice squad is going to be something to see.
Well, there's going to be a lot of teams picking guys off that roster.
That's the biggest compliment you can get. 2 and under pressure, just got it away before.
After this play, keep going.
Maybe this guy Micah Parsons.
I love hearing all of this though. This is very.
I did quite a bit of this over the
Blue
weekend.
Star though.
Pop in on other networks, and it's
but it's something I've heard with the Cowboys, not this year as much, but in the past is Greatest compliment you could ever have.
Right.
Is your practice squad players. They're picking them
Picked
up.
over. So go back a little bit to when the woman starts talking.
Michael Carter out to the 36-yard line. Cynthia Freeland down on the field.
So maybe this guy Micah Parsons in a contract that also has some question marks. Let's call it that.
Pause.
Look.
At this point, the Parsons tweet is on the screen.
Okay.
The Micah fake tweet is on the screen, and they've taken it from the tweet and put it in their own graphic. So that's what's up there.
So maybe this guy Micah Parsons in a contract that also has some question marks. Let's call it that. Look, his pressure percentage last year, 19.1% per next gen stat. It was the best in the National Football League despite missing games. So wherever he lands, whatever happens, maybe Micah Parsons would be, a lot of fun to hang out with.
That's the report.
That's a weird report.
They didn't even reference the tweet, right? The tweet's on the screen, and she's like, I don't know, maybe contract with some questions, fun to hang out with. And I thought, boy, that flopped. Let's see if they just move on. They don't.
There's no doubt about that.
He'd be fun to hang out with. And everybody gave Sean Payton some grief for saying he wants to win a Super Bowl. How about this?
Now pause it. He is underlining the part on the tweet where it says the Broncos have a real chance to win the Super Bowl. They put it back up, and his telestrator is underlining a fake quote.
There's no doubt about that.
Also, back it up just a little bit. People are giving Sean Payton grief for saying he wants to win the Super Bowl.
I think he was. They're doing the coach thing, right? Like where Sean Payton's like, I think this is a Super Bowl team, and everyone's like, no, it's not. Hold on, slow down.
All right,
that bit.
There's no doubt about that.
He'd be fun to hang out with. And everybody gave Sean Payton some grief for saying he wants to win a Super Bowl. How about this? You got one of the best defensive ends saying Broncos have a real chance at the Super Bowl. So don't get mad at him too.
Wow.
This is now something we've heard echoed.
Wow.
Get mad at him too.
I feel like Steve Levy knows it's fake, and he's like, I have no idea what to do with this right now, but we're running with it.
Boy, I don't know if you can ghost toward laugh your own joke.
He did.
Get mad at him too.
Wow.
And this is now something we've heard echoed, though, from Drake Greenlaw, Talanoa Hufanga. They said, I wanted to come here because of the defense and because Bo Nix. They had a young...
And the head coach.
Okay.
And the ownership.
So now what we're doing, we're building an entire segment here on, people just want to join the Broncos.
Like Micah.
Based on a guy who didn't want to join the Broncos.
Right.
It's just so funny.
Or we're also using fake
everything.
And the fact that this is Denver reminds me, gosh, who was the pitcher? Mike Hampton, who wanted to go to free agency because they had a good school system.
Right.
This is before Columbine. He said that. But the but they're using quotes also from guys that they did say, well, why did you want to come to Denver? And they were probably the place that offered them the most money. And they were like, well, no, it was just because of Sean Payton.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love
really,
Sean
really
Payton.
cooking something here. All
Actually,
right.
they offered me $2.4 million, and Baltimore offered $1.9 million. But so I thought Sean Payton is way better than Harbaugh.
Almost done.
And because Bo Nix, they had a young...
And the head coach and the ownership. It's all rolling together now.
When you have a great ownership group that lets you do the things to win championships, re-sign key players...
Everything's going awesome.
No other ownership would let you win a championship.
This time, they've arrived. The Denver fucking Broncos.
That's right. I mean, they got
arrived.
Bo Nix. I had to get over here as quick as I
Jeez,
could.
let's slow
when
down
I saw
a
that
little
you had
bit.
Bo Nix.
All right, keep finishing up.
Group that lets you do the things to win championships, re-sign key players, and bring in marquee additions, you have a real shot. And getting over that hump, getting over that Chiefs hump in the season and getting that first playoff berth. Oh, by the way, Micah Parsons, no playoff games.
What? Well, now we're back to shade to Mike.
Wait, just sitting here. First of all, he hadn't won in the playoffs, but he has played in a few playoff games. And also, we weren't talking about him anymore. What thought bubble just flew through? Like, also,
Who is that?
I can find out. I had it earlier.
Obviously, ex-Bronco.
Yeah.
Micah, don't want him. We're going to be playing too many playoff games.
I mean, look how in the player votes, our guy's 2 away from their guy. So, I don't know. Is he that good?
Like, what? Yeah, okay.
Getting that first playoff berth. Oh, by the way, Micah Parsons, no playoff games.
And everything becomes a bigger deal with the Dallas Cowboys are involved. And
what are we
Jerry
doing?
Jones and company there.
Offense number 7.
Let's skip ahead.
When I joined INT.
That's it. That's fine. Like, they're just debating like how Jerry's a bad owner. They're not like this Broncos owner. That's why Michael wants
people
to
are
leave
flocking to the
and come over here. I'm like, how did they
There's this
run with
line
for so long?
There's a line of dejected people who had to walk away who were not able to sign with the Broncos this offseason. Because
So if your broadcast starts doing this, Blake, we're gonna make fun of you.
Okay.
If Tom Emmerich goes on like a 10-minute thing about a fake trade,
You know, don't want Mahomes. Don't want him here.
oh man, it's a lot of fun.
We're trying to fix your whole house. You know, we got the whole HVAC company, Community Mechanical. We got Qualis Roofing.
Mm-hmm.
We got Trident. They'll do your garage doors. How about your windows? How about replacing all of your windows for zero money for the next 2 years? No money down. And in fact, forget about just the zero interest. How about no payments?
Incredible.
For 2 years. You pay nothing until 2027. And if you buy this month, you can get 50% off all window styles at Window Nation.
WindowNation.com. The phone number is 866-90-NATION. Look, you heard the segment we just did. The Cowboys will have 3 Super Bowls by the time you pay a dime for these floors. And then the world will be so great, you're like, I don't care. The Cowboys have 3 Super Bowls. I'll pay for all the floors right now. Window Nation at 866-90-NATION. WindowNation.com. They also, again, speaking of the Cowboys, proud partner of the Cowboys. You replace all your windows, you'll get a Cowboys jersey and a chance to win a pair of home game tickets.
What?
That's right. At WindowNation.com.
So one more sports thing.
Show.
One more Cowboys thing. Is tonight the night the debut of the Netflix series?
I guess tomorrow, technically. Yeah.
I've heard a lot of people, break down, people who have seen the whole series already. I know you got a media hookup and you've seen
2
episodes.
Yeah.
And you started giving me a review off the air and it sounded like what I anticipate. What I've heard from people who have seen the whole thing, they're not telling me anything that I don't know, it feels like.
You will learn nothing.
Is it that maybe it's just cool to see old footage and see Summerall and Madden and you're feeling good about the old Cowboys, but it's more of a – this is produced by Jerry Jones. So if you want a real in-depth behind it, like all the bad and the good and everything for the last 30 years, you ain't going to get it.
Yeah. So the bad is framed as like the only bad is when Jerry was having hard times because of like money. Because once it turns around, it's all pretty much good. And I haven't seen all of it. I know that I'm sure Irvin's legal stuff does come up, but listen, I mean, what made the Cowboys of the 90s interesting was that component of, boy, this is insane. There's a bail bondsman who everyone knows the name of all of a sudden, in David Wells. That's not in here. Obviously, there are reasons for this, but you're not going to hear from Rich Dalrymple or anybody else who knows anything about the other side of the coin that makes this story so interesting. And it's weird. Like, I've heard people call it the last danceification of like sports documentaries, but I don't know. Somehow I feel like The Last Dance still made Jordan look bad. Like, he's such an I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, he still gave you like that's how I treated him. And the guy, you'd go to the guy and he's like, it was horrible. And Jordan's like, that's what I did. That's how it was. And I didn't feel like they were hiding anything in The Last Dance. This feels very much like we're just not going to look at what's behind that window or that door over there.
I mean, if you win 3 Super Bowls in a decade, that's interesting. If you're called the team of the 90s, it's worthy of some kind of a documentary. But you're right. What makes it very interesting is, it's kind of like the Raiders of the 70s or something.
Or hell, Miami of the 80s before Jimmy got to Dallas, right? I mean, that was the swag they carried over.
Yeah.
They were just Miami of the NFL, and they were getting arrested like Miami of the NFL. And, dude, if somebody could go do, like, if there were 4 or 5 Dallas and Las Colinas police officers that would do full gangland-style interviews on, anonymity, You'd learn a lot. It'd probably be the most interesting sports-related documentary you could ever see. Somebody was cleaning up for Mike.
It's certainly, you do certainly think, how many more could they have won?
You know, you do, but you want a gummy thought that? That's how I think about, it's hard for me to think about the pro without the con or the con without the pro. Like when people would say, man, I really wish Dez could just kind of just get it together. I'm like, I don't think he'd be good if he did. This is what I've tried to ask Charles Haley. But I feel like what made Jerry and Jimmy work was that like constant, like, God, alpha, ego, and you get the best out of that. But can that last for 10 years, 12 years? I don't think so. I think you have to have more of a Kraft Belichick type thing where eventually it goes bad, but it lasts longer because both aren't interested in constantly being the guy who gets credit so much. I think that relationship was built to burn bright and burn out fast.
I guess the thing that is disappointing, it's just that Jerry, it's kind of like the Nico thing. I mean, nothing can ever be as bad as Nico for sure, but if you won multiple championships or won even with this guy, but you built what's around him, that's great credit to you. That's no slight to you. You don't have to trade that guy and get your own guy in here and then win it all for us to think you should get credit. And the same thing with Jerry. Like if you just presided over, like you hired Jimmy, nobody else would have at the time. Like you did it. Like that showed, and he was the key. That's why you won all those Super Bowls. And I think somewhere in Jerry's head, I wonder if he's told himself enough times that he actually believes it, that had he hired Switzer first, they would have still won those Super Bowls. Because obviously not. I mean, Jimmy was the whole thing.
Right. From a front office, I mean, Jimmy was a forward-thinking, like analytics-based thinker before people even called it that. He understood the draft in a way that nobody else did, or very few did at the time. I mean, yeah, I think probably there's some level of like inferiority complex or imposter syndrome even in the billionaire who runs the Dallas Cowboys, where, he wasn't much of a player, but he loves the game. And he always wanted to be like thought of as the football man. And in every situation he's been, he's not, right? There's another guy around him when they're talking football who's always going to be a real football guy. And I think that bothers him. And I think it's always bothered him. And now we're having to serve that personal insecurity by hiring Brian Schottenheimer.
Yeah.
That's a good way to step away for a moment.
All right.
Yeah. The Dumb Zone.
There's just no other way around it. The boys are putting out strong content. They're dropping audio, we found it.
At Flooring Direct, we have meet or beat pricing. No need to shop around. You're already getting the best pricing from us. Rick Renner from the DFW's most highly rated flooring company, Flooring Direct. Whether it be carpet, LVP, SBC, tile, laminate, hardwoods, or granite countertops, we have a price matching guarantee. And many styles we have in stock in town, and we can install yesterday. Well, maybe not yesterday. How about tomorrow? Book today.
Our pros are the nicest. We've got the best prices at Flooring Direct.
Is somebody in there? Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Sir.
I don't know if I'm okay.
Can you get out for me?
I'm hurting. Let me get my phone. I gotta call somebody.
All right. Yeah, we're calling Elena.
Before you call the insurance company, call Frankel first. Frankel and Frankel. Call 214 or 817 all threes.
Our main goal at Game Day Men's Health is to have each man feel his absolute best. You're not just a number. We care about each person. We want you to come in. We want you to optimize your testosterone. We want you to live your dreams.
Anything?
See, the rings are a lot harder than people think. He's gonna be ripped and he doesn't have to like go through the contact of football.
Yeah, it totally makes sense, man. It's so great that you're showing me pictures of your family. This is all I ever wanted, you know? Over the years we've worked together, sometimes the work gets in the way, there's a little distance or a lot of distance, and now we're just here having chips, being friends, and enjoying each other's company, man.
Or brothers. Like
Yeah.
it feels like we're brothers, or you're even like a father figure I never had. And actually, if you're cool with it, I'd love for you to be my grandpa.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I love that, man. Blake's grandpa, man. This is great. Everything's perfect
Feels
now.
right. Feels
yeah.
Anything? What is this? The opening ceremony of the Butt Buddy Olympics or something?
Wait, what's he doing here?
Well, my dream is to make fun of your dream. And I couldn't have imagined to be this good.
Yeah, he's got a point.
What? He's got a point. Whose side are you on? Grandpa Jake. Blake's grandpa.
That was your dream. Now we're in his dream.
Game Day Men's Health. Live your dreams. Most of them.
There's just no other way around it. The boys are putting out strong content. They're dropping audio, we found it. The sound of summertime sweetness. Long live the dumb zone. Listen once or play it back. My community in a no puppet hat. Wanna burger car trays with autographs. Solidarity barefoot in the grass. I'm taking all my laughs, regurgitating all these stats. My friends call me their sports fucking dad, and that's rad. There's just no other way around it. This ain't AI, this just my sound bit. The boys been putting out some good shit. Long live the dumb zone. Straight from Texas, it's the dumb zone. Giving every DF a sports home. Summer sweating, needing Blake like my name's Angelo. You know we miss the crow. You know we. Long live the dumb zone. The dumb zone. The dumb zone.
Look, all I know is Cowboy season is upon us. And you and me and Jake and every other diehard Cowboys fan is getting ready to have our enthusiasm crushed. Every week, little by little, and just become collectively numb. But I think I speak for all of us when I say, fuck yeah, I'm ready for that shit. We them boys. This is our year. No, it's fucking not. No, it's not. Goddamn.
Long live the dumb zone. It's our year. We'll numb the pain with Lone Star beer. You need a 5-guy shotties here. Long live the dumb zone in my ears. Long live the dumb zone. Giving every DF a sports home. Summer sweating, needing Blake like my name's Angelo. You know we miss the crow. You know we. Straight from Texas, it's the dumb zone. Long live the dumb zone.
I just say
everybody buying in.
He talks like he plays.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. I just say everybody buying in. You know, everybody buying in. Everybody loving what Schottenheimer doing. You know, you're right. And I just feel like, man, you know, we're gonna roll with it. You know, everybody gonna take the punches and deal with it. You know, and I feel like, you know, we doing good. You know, what Schott doing. You know, it's great. You know, everybody excited. You know, everybody want to be here.
He did say Schotty the second time,
slipped a little Schotty
but I
in there.
haven't heard anyone say Schottenheimer, and he did.
Dude, Jameson's got to get a song. Everybody buying in.
Everybody buying in. Everybody buying in.
I just said everybody buying in. Everybody buying in. Everybody loving what Schottenheimer doing. You know, everybody buying in. Everybody buying in. Everybody loving what Schott. I just said everybody buying in. Everybody buying in. Everybody loving what Schott. I just said everybody buying in. Everybody buying in. Everybody loving what Schott. I just said everybody buying in. Everybody buying in. Everybody loving what Schott. I just said everybody buying in. Everybody buying in. Everybody loving what Schott. I just said everybody buying in. Everybody buying in. Everybody loving what Schott. I just said everybody buying in. Everybody buying in. Everybody loving what Schott. I just said everybody buying in. Everybody buying in. Everybody loving what Schott. I just said everybody buying in. Everybody buying in. Everybody loving what Schott. We gon' roll with it. I gon' take the punches and deal with it. I feel like, no, we doing good. You know what Schott doing. Everybody excited. We gon' roll with it. I gon' take the punches and deal with it. I feel like, no, we doing good. You know what Schott doing. Everybody excited. I just said everybody buying in. Everybody buying in. Everybody loving what Schott. I just said everybody buying in. Everybody buying in. Everybody loving what Schott. I just said everybody buying in. Everybody buying in. Everybody loving what Schott. I just said everybody buying in. Everybody buying in. Everybody loving what Schott.
You know that Dan's his name, but that name is pretty lame. He has other titles that he likes to be his claim to fame. So when you write in an email, be sure to start it with a name that really says it all. Let me give you just a little hint. He's the Sultan of the Slit, the captain of the plunge, Hall of Famer of the catcher's mitt, the foreman of the fudge, the people's pussy perpetrator, the inner thigh investigator, the bearded clam shuckinator, and the creamy U-boat navigator. He's Uncle Hotmail, Uncle Hotmail. Uncle Hotmail. He's the dammer of the beaver, the shooter on the knoll, the bikini biscuit reaper, the crasher of the hole, the smasher of the gasher, the spasm chasm pastor, the front door dash dasher, and when it's time for action, there ain't no one that can finish faster. So be sure to put your order in. You don't need to give yourself a trim. And in the end, he might even give your salad a spin. He's Uncle Hotmail, Uncle Hotmail. Uncle Hotmail, a.k.a. Dan the Vagina Man.
If you can't stop anybody, then the quarterback's always having to throw the ball, and then that doesn't look so good. If you can't run the ball, then you've got to throw it. If you can't protect, quarterback's getting hit, ball's on the ground, you know. I mean, all those things. And so the quarterback is the one position that everybody feels that leaves the stadium or watch the game. They have a definitive opinion as to whether or not that guy played well. And it's all based on stats and based on stats and based on stats and it's all based on stats and based on stats and based on stats and throw the ball, and then that based on stats and balls on the ground, throw the ball, and then that based on stats and balls on the ground. Everybody feels that balls on the ground, that balls on the ground, that balls on the ground, that everybody feels that balls on the ground, that balls on the ground, that balls on the ground, that all I know is the ball was incomplete, and it must have been a bad throw. Ball was incomplete. Ball was incomplete. The ball's on. I feel that the ball was incomplete. Ball's on the ground. I feel that the ball was incomplete. Ball's on the ground. The ball's on the ground. The ball's on the ground. Ball was incomplete. The ball's on the ground. The quarterback's ball's getting hit.
It's 105 in Dallas town. The sun's trying to burn the city down, but the DZ crew's got westward plans. Time to sweat less and roast some fans. The DZ crew is leaving fast. Oxnard's calling at long last. And Jake and Blake all jammed in 11A. Let's hope there is no delay. Pray the plane don't lose a wing. They got mics, takes, and hot spice there. Clayton and Matt in a suburban ship. Podcast gear stacked to the ceiling tip. Chill dress burning a motel sign. And Clayton's beer bar, now that's divine. Clay shouts, cannonball run, mid-yawn. Matt deadpans, is that a gun or you just turned on? Oh, says Clay, this gonna be so much fun. They cruised through Albuquerque, Winona missed Flagstaff trees and a sub shop twist. Crystal Creek, Dan grins real slow. Tell my girlfriend at the sub shop hello. Victorville, Bullhead, Kingman breeze, no more Texas sweat, just 69 degrees. Jake's wife sips Latin bed, said Shotty's a hottie, but Stefanski's ahead. Blake picked his baby's due date. There was no chance he was gonna be late. Dan's wife texts, why are you like this? He says, I need you to control us. Matt looks at his phone, it's the trucker that calls. She wants to tell everyone to party balls. Clay shouts, cannonball run, mid-yawn. Matt deadpans, is that a gun or you just turned on? Oh, says Clay, this gonna be so much fun. Victorville, Bullhead, Kingman dreams, past Winslow and Williams desert scenes. We've almost made it, baby, Oxnard's near. Cool 69 degrees and training camp is here. Now they're live on the tennis courts. Mic'd up sassy, talking sports. Shotty walks by, Jake waves high. Micah goes him, no contract, why? We need more subbies for more sold, so spread the word before it all explodes. So
You're listening to The Dumb Zone.
You know, many people are talking about when's the Dumb Zone going to be out in public again where I could join them. Well, I have the answer. It will be next Friday. We will be doing a program at Whataburger in Grand Prairie.
Yes.
And at that Whataburger remote, we will have another batch. They say the last batch of exclusive Dumb Zone / Whataburger car trays. or Whataburger/DumbZone collectible car trays. And they also have the new limited edition Bacon Wrangler Double.
Whoa.
Are you aware of this, Clayton? The Bacon Wrangler Double? And the limited edition Dr. Pepper Blackberry Shake.
I'm aware of both of those items and think they are both great.
They will put them on your car tray for you.
That Chipotle aioli. Is
Now, here's the thing about this remote. Friday, August 29th. 1 week from Friday.
Onion strings?
It is at 9 a.m. What are we doing?
breakfast. Come get a
But we're going to be
taquito.
on. We'll be there from like 9 to noon. Question mark. Who knows? Maybe a little after. That goes into lunch.
Yeah.
You could be there and have 2 meals with us.
Watch me hit the wraparound.
Yeah, I'll do breakfast burger, then I'll do this wonderful thing this is with crispy onion strings on it.
The old Belichick, right?
Says here the crispy onion strings, chipotle aioli, savory bacon, and tangy pixels. That's what Texas tastes like.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess that's subjective, right? That I can't disprove that.
It also says here, Whataburger is serving up Dr. Pepper flavor with a blackberry twist. The all-new one-of-a-kind Dr. Pepper Blackberry Shake of limited for
You know,
available.
they give us this for like 10 reads. We don't have to do all of it, ever. But we are going to be there next Friday, and it is going to be a breakfast show. We will have trays. And
the trays are only at the remote. You cannot buy them online. This will be it.
Correct. And if you want to feel extra special, these are tariff trays, meaning they cost us 5 times as much.
These are more expensive trays than the first trays.
The original trays. And listen, geopolitics typically not really affecting the dumb zone, but these are the end of the trays. There you go.
So that's next Friday, Grand Prairie, 9 a.m.
If you show up at
Has anyone ever been up that early?
If you show up at Medium Prairie, don't blame us. Hey, thanks.
Right.
Before we get to the news,
The Rangers are dead.
Okay, Jamie Newberg, what are you doing?
It's such a bummer weekend, man. Or week, really.
Yeah, it's like every day they're dead, and then they're back. Then you watch.
They
them
were
again
never
that night.
back. They were not back the whole time we were gone. They were dead.
They were back for a minute.
They were back when you made me turn the TV on. And have you realized what's happened since that moment?
Tell me.
They're 1-4, and they've blown 3 late game leads, including the next one.
Yeah.
I turned the Rangers off midway through that game, and I said to Blake, they're done. They were down 5-6 runs. Hey, guess nobody's a Rangers fan over here. Wyatt Langford just hit a... Okay, we'll turn it back on.
He did make it 6-5. But, Dan, you became infatuated with the big boy Ranger that they brought in, Rowdy.
Rowdy.
Yeah, who got mad at the fan a couple days ago. They made him
the fan, the radio station, because they called him
fat.
Well, what did they say?
Girthquake, which I actually think is funny.
Girthquake is good, yeah.
It sounds like
he should lean into it. Like,
tone
that
and
guy
tenor.
should lean into being fat.
I mean, I don't know those guys, the fan, all that much, but it seemed to me like Rowdy may have been a bit of a tight ass here.
Oh, really?
I don't know. Like, they're joking around with you. Whatever.
Anyway, they made him pitch the other day.
Oh, my gosh. I missed that.
They were down by 13 runs, 12 runs, yeah.
Wow.
You also missed a fun one yesterday. This won't show up in the highlight reel, but he was on first, and the right fielder was going to make a catch and then didn't. So now Rowdy's standing in between first and second. And just the most half-assed little league, like, I guess I'll try back for first. I'm 300 pounds and stuck between first and second, and the right fielder has the ball. Just very pathetic.
You throw him out?
Yeah, they
Oh,
threw
okay.
him out. Didn't take Raul Mondesi out there to fire one. He just walked back towards the dugout.
That's a great callback.
I don't know, the whole weekend.
Okay.
But what did I tell you when we were gone? I said they got me to football.
Yeah, we're in football season.
That's how I feel.
We are. We're, is it 2 weeks from Thursday? Cowboy game? No, 3 weeks. 2?
2.
2 weeks from this Thursday.
3. 2.
No, 2 weeks from this Thursday, yes.
1 week from Friday is Whataburger show.
Yeah.
2 weeks from Thursday, Cowboy game. 2 weeks from Tuesday, I think, is going to be our upfronts. We're going to announce a bunch of new stuff for the fall season.
He already got a blazer.
Here on the Dumb Zone. You got a blazer and everything. Do you want to talk about what I witnessed during the break?
Sure.
Or are you saving that for like TikTok video or something?
Oh, no. No, the show's first.
Okay. Because you came in this morning and you said, I got something for Henry today.
Yeah, so I saw this video of this company making their employees walk in, and they started recording, and they just simply asked them to sit on the ground without bending their knees.
This is one of those, let's see what kind of a problem solver
It's
you
twofold. One, it's funny to see, but two, them trying to figure out how to do this is funny.
Yeah.
So it took Henry a little bit. Jake nailed it.
So what do you do? Just do this? And
You're already screwed.
Why?
The only way that I think you can really do it is just fall. Just fall and catch yourself like a push-up. Because if you hinge at all, your knees are going to bit. See, that's...
One girl
How are you going to get out of that?
One girl did the splits.
That
did it.
if you can pull it off, but that's a lot.
Didn't I just do
Yeah,
You pretty much did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
did it in a tighter space than I did. But you also have to
Henry,
be...
it took him like a half hour. He was in here.
It took him a long... He wanted to
Like
quit.
he fell 4 times just straight on his back.
He did want to quit, though.
And then, but you did correctly identify it. Like your 4th try, you were like, "Is this for TikTok?"
Of course.
They're my wife.
everything-
You record me.
Listen, things come through a little bit slower in my head sometimes.
It's all good,
And
man. You're in the right place.
Someday you can go to Game Day Men's Health, get rid of that brain
that's
fog.
why I asked.
Right.
That's why I asked. I was like, is there anything for me?
Get some peptides.
For sure, dude.
It'll help you out. Seriously.
They gotta-
Give you a little boosty before you go back to college.
They got to engage with the younger market.
Well, they're hoping you just kind of have your life together and,
Hey, we all don't,
I'll give you some of mine.
Okay.
And then the other thing I wanted to bring up is just something you guys didn't say. Nobody remarked about my shirt today.
I do. You know what? I should have, because right when I walked in, I was like, that's sick.
Not that it's Crumb, which I believe this came from
Taryn.
Taryn. She seems to be our leading Crumb listener. I don't know.
Yeah.
We're going to have a contest later this year to see who's the biggest Dumb Zone listener in Crumb. The Crumb Zone.
I don't hate it.
I don't hate that either. I'm going to have to compliment myself for coming up with that. But the thing is, I walked down the stairs this morning. Wife is there still. That's a boo. She's on her way out the door. That's a yay. I like to have a little quiet time.
No doubt.
Like, I was going to say in the morning, but it really turns out to be every second of every day. I really wish I had
Just take it where you can get it.
totally quiet time. But she was taken aback and said, "Your shirt is white." And she claimed I haven't worn like a shirt that's not black in years. Or at least very dark.
I think
So-
that probably is why that one jumped out at me today.
It did
And
feel a
popped.
little weird.
I think it looks cool.
Hey, thanks, man.
I think mixing colors up is good.
Well, every time I wear one, like a thing with the, and then I did, so I did,
But look at how fly you look, though.
I
now.
channeled Jake and Blake because I said, this is a white shirt with blue, so I should get a blue hat.
Yep.
Because I think I had my black game day hat on. And I thought, you know what? Let's find a blue hat. And you guys are now nodding in approval. Like,
Yeah.
yes, this guy knows fashion now.
I feel like your game today has been A+, and I think this is why. Oh, my God. Don't tell me.
Dude.
Oh, son.
Look at this.
Swag Lord?
Blue shoes.
He
Man,
popped
leave
in,
some pussy for the rest of us.
He popped in this room this morning like a sitcom character who hadn't been on the show in a little bit, and just like
He's
checking
crushing.
me out.
He's crushing this season.
One more thing before we mention the news, Early Bird CBD.
Early bird.
That's the CBD. That's got THC in it.
Right. So if you're
You know who
lucky-
knows about THC? Henry.
Damn straight. son.
Yeah. And
So
if you're
do
in
we.
another
We-
state, that's all well and good. But
Yeah,
here
well,
in
we're out in
Texas,
California. It was like, oh, man, there's THC left and right. What if you're here in Texas?
Then you need earlybirdcbd.com, and you might need yourself a promo code. Maybe you need yourself a new one, like DZ20. I'm not saying, but I'm saying you may want to stock up. And DZ20 will get you 20% off here at earlybirdcbd.com. Like Dan said, real THC, 2.5 miggies in each gummy. Probably not again.
I don't think people are saying make
So if you have to take a drug test, these are not for you. But if you want to take the edge off, just enjoy your next encounter with life a little more. Do it with earlybirdcbd.com. Promo code's DZ20.
Here's Jake with the Dumb Zone News.
All right, let's switch off the soccer practice plans page.
Is this your first night of being a soccer coach?
I'm legit nervous. Like, legit nervous.
I'm proud of you.
I feel that I was going to feel that you were proud of me even if you didn't say it, so that helps, to be honest. Rockwall ISD. His kids are back at school. They have an investigation on their hands after 2 flags were seen hanging from Rockwall Heath High School. These were found around 6 o'clock Saturday morning and reported to the police. Now, what's on the flags?
That's on everybody's mind here.
What's their rival? Just Rockwall?
Probably Rockwall.
Rockwall rules, Heath drools. You think that was it?
I doubt it.
No, it was. They were Nazi flags. They were just Nazi flags.
Like a real.
It says
printed out, or
it says 2 massive flags hung over the roof and had swastikas on them. So it sounds
probably
like
painted
custom,
sheet.
perhaps. You know, it does remind me of a story. I was thinking about this the other day because one of my dad's friends died, and his son was a little bit older than me, and he was like the guy in my town, big man on campus type. And his group that he ran around with, so this would have been like the mid-'90s, they called themselves DPH. Anybody? Any Department of Pimpin' Hose? And they would put DPH stickers all over the school, everywhere. And like, what does it mean? And for their senior prank, they hung a full, because also his family owned a sign-making company. Like a Signs Plus or something. They hung a full banner from 820, the loop 820, hanging down onto Roof Snow, a major intersection that just said DPH, the Department of Pimpin' Hose, Richland High School.
That's great.
No Nazi flags to be found. Now, those guys likely were, in fact, probably trending towards Nazism. But they didn't say it. It wasn't a part of their game. Pimping hose was.
Not much comedy in the Nazism.
Yeah.
Would a print shop even print you legit? Hey, I just want these huge swastikas.
I'm Indian, and I believe in peace.
Is that the origin of the swastika?
I
Like
think
it used to be that symbol?
Indian or like Hindu, I believe, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Peaceful. Dude, it's a sick symbol. I mean, that's a thing. Like, let's be honest.
Let's send Henry into a print shop just to see it.
No.
What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah.
Let's do it. So what'd be funnier? A cake I don't feel like is funny because they're going to know you're doing bits. But
Are they?
Well, I guess I say that just because it feels like the cake baker became like a
Can you throw a swastika
political
on there,
football cultural thing with the gays recently,
Can
right?
you throw a
10 years ago?
Actually, here's the. Just give him a picture.
Yeah. But what if I had him like try to order soccer jerseys on the phone? Like, hey, I figured I'd call because I know this is a little bit of
What's a real German Schmidt? So you're like, I'm Steve
Henrik.
Schmidt or whatever, and yes, actually, my grandpa wanted me to get this cake. I don't even know what's in it. He said he's got a picture in here he wanted to put on it. Could you make that?
Oh my God!
Would you do that, Henry?
Or
are you a pussy?
You know, I think it's going to be a pretty firm no on that one.
Not about the cause.
Nope.
Had a little murder suey in Dallas over the weekend. And I feel like typically with these, there's one of 2 demographic identifiers. Seems like for a while they were happening quite a lot in the, I don't know if it was Muslim community, but it felt like it was very popular among Easterners.
What?
There's a guy and their whole family. It was happening a lot, I feel like, in Texas, where a lot of times it was like a guy had gotten financially down and he just was like, this is the only way. The other possible demographic identifier is olds. Like, you just don't see that many 40 kills 38. This is a 77-year-old man and a 63-year-old woman. 5 o'clock Saturday afternoon. It's typically olds.
Yeah. 63
really thought
doesn't
about
seem
it.
as old as you would think it'd be in that.
77 does, but yeah, that's true. It's not quite old enough. But again, you don't see a lot of 41-year-old husband kills 39-year-old wife or vice versa.
Yeah.
As much.
It's too bad.
Yeah. Now, what do you know, Dan?
Henry says you should try to get the younger demographic into that mix. You know, everybody's trying to get the younger demographic these days.
What can we do?
Oh, so we just want to get
Fleek
them
earlier.
younger. Let's. How about we have 21-year-olds killing 20-year-olds?
What just started happening?
I don't know.
Let me give you an out. What do you know about Roblox?
I know a little bit.
Is this something you?
What is it?
I was going to say, is this something you play? But I know that it is not a specific game. It is a platform of games, right?
Yes.
Do you have any other context you could add so that I don't sound like a complete moron here trying to explain it?
Yeah, it's people kind of create their own games through those, I guess, servers.
You could play it on any console or what?
Yes.
Is it?
And like the one game that I always like to play on there, I really never got on Roblox very often, but there were these speed runs, and it's just these maps that get designed out that are, you know, really cool and got different barriers, and you're trying to just speed run. So it's a lot of like mini games.
Okay.
I would say.
And there is a component of money, like online money, that they call Robux, Dan. And here's what I know about this. I know that all of my daughter's friends are addicted to it, so I know I'm staying away from it for now. And this is going to help my case. Because a man in Dallas, he is a former Marine. His name is not listed here. It's just John Doe. He is accusing Roblox, the company, of basically creating an environment where he was sexually assaulted at the age of 11. He's mid to late 20s now and in the Marine Corps. And he says that when he was 11, that a guy started contacting him and said that if he would send him like suggestive images of him in 5th or 6th grade, the guy would send him Robux back, which can be used on the game. And the dude was like, okay. And then whenever the guy said he wanted to stop, the guy, the pedophile, said, well, how about I out you to all your friends? And so this led to him meeting up with this guy. The guy told him, if you don't meet up with me, everyone will know. And he did, and he was assaulted more than once.
Everyone will know what?
That you are gay and that you've been sending me nudie photos. So, yeah, he's trying to go after, I mean, I don't know how these things work as far as you're going to get a settlement. I doubt they're going to change any laws. But, yeah, you know, they say that they use filters and moderators and parental controls, but none of that works, dude. Like, if your kid wants to figure it out, they will.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just figure it out. It's that there's people out there trying to, you know, this is an adult male posing as a minor flirting with this kid. And before he knows it, he's in like an economic scheme. And this dude's suing him in Dallas. So.
And now Chris Hansen's getting involved.
Oh, for real?
Yes.
What are we talking about here?
He has joined the investigations over child exploitation issues. Story
nice.
Came out a couple hours ago.
This was not in the first story I had. That's great. He's
What
just
does
a
that mean
hired
that
gun.
he's just joined?
Let's see. It says
like somehow
he
he's,
announced on Twitter. He has. I'm pulling up the tweet.
Like
right now.
I'm jumping in here. Like
kind of feels like when Dog was trying to find the Gabby Petitos.
Yeah. Like no one asked.
Oh,
you,
let's see here.
But I'm jumping in.
I don't know if this will
This
play
is
from
my
my
lane.
computer, but we can try it since it's not.
That my streaming crime network, True
That sounds great.
It sounds terrible.
Why?
God, he looks like poop too.
Chris Hansen?
Not good. But you know, he had a lot of. It's like we say, you know, when you got to try to look good for TV, it ends up sometimes kind of looking. Dude, have you guys seen Romo lately?
Yeah, man.
What are we doing there? I showed it to my wife. Like, hey, I'm not crazy here, right?
He's got some lip stuff going on,
And the cheek filler is crazy.
and his hair. It's like when you look at Jason Witten's hair when he was in the booth. His hair is so thick and dark now. Like, it's way more than when he was a player.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what he's got going on.
His face just looks crazy. Like, it looks like he got almost like addicted to
Clowny.
filler and
He's
stuff.
a little clowny.
Yeah, and he was always just like a good-looking, normal, kind of pudgy guy, right? I thought
Yeah.
that was what was cool about him, is he didn't look. I don't know. He has a very weird thing going on. But yes, I do like that Chris Hansen has just positioned himself where he can just glom on to any story about child predators in the news. Hey, I'm gonna help out.
So, would he be on a Griffey list? Like, if he was caught
No.
with some child porn, would you be like, oh, yeah,
No.
this makes sense?
Nah, he's full Bonds list, and
So he's Bonds. You would be like, yeah,
yeah.
I'm not that surprised.
In fact,
he doth protest too much.
In fact, I bet there were nights after a day of Dell, which was the name of the hacker on that show that they would use to lure people. After a day of working with Dell all day, he got back to that Best Western and was like, I'm just as bad as these guys. They don't know. They don't know what I'm about. Pain inside those Chris Hansen eyes. He wants to have a seat.
Interesting.
But he can't because it's his job to make you have a seat. We talked about this story a couple weeks ago, and we followed up on it, and we learned and gained a lot of respect for the world of international diplomats and agriculture and the governor, because the governor has announced a new $750 million screwworm protection facility to save the cattle. Do you guys remember this story?
Yeah, the flies?
There is a type of screwworm that comes all the way from Panama, and it breeds like insanely, and it feeds on livestock blood, and it can get them sick, and it can be fatal. So much so that they had to like halt live imports of animals for a while from Mexico. So the way that they do this is they produce 300 million sterile screwworms, who I guess then go bone the fertile screwworms, and that's it. Now they're not reproducing anymore. Like that one has it's been satisfied? I don't understand it. Doesn't make any sense.
Can't get pregnant twice at the same time, right?
I don't know. But I know that it works.
Can't.
Like, our buddy who worked for the State Department had hit me up about this and was like, this is one of the great accomplishments of state. Like, we do stuff like this. We figure out it's not
Science, bro, yeah.
It's not all kicking down a door and
science is sweet.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
So
they release so many of the sterile male
But it costs
mosquitoes that they impregnate
$750
most of the
million?
females. Dude, I bet you for the industry, it's well worth it. What do you think, Texas is just pissing away money for something on science?
Yeah.
This has to be worth it for the cattle industry.
And like you overcharge insurance companies, I bet you overcharge states.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, definitely.
Of government work. But this will be in Edinburgh.
Where's Elon when you need him to cut this waste?
Been a quiet couple weeks. Quiet couple months. Where's he been?
He fired off that
Epstein tweet.
Yeah.
Ducked back real quick out of there. The president's a pedophile. I'll see you guys in a couple weeks, couple months.
What happened with Epstein? Where's that whole thing at?
Well, she's being punished by going to midnight Yale practice.
Yeah, they're making her go to Aggie games down there just to really put her through sexual torture. All right, there's your news, because I have some audio to play, and apparently that's not going to work.
What if you just said it? Like read it?
Well, I could try, but it's from the pill lady in L.A.
Oh, man.
You know, I don't know if I can fully do her the voice.
Quick mention here for Lone Star Beer merch. Lone Star Beer, of course. The Dragon Den of Inequality is full of Lone Star Beer right now. We're ready for that first broadcast. September 4th. Rangers games now has Lone Star Beer at Globe Life Field. It is the national beer of Texas baseball. And they got kick-ass merch. Oh, you guys are both wearing Lone Star shirts today.
Hello.
So go to LoneStarBeer.com. The promo code is dumbzone21 and get 21% off your merch. So why haven't you done it yet?
I did.
Oh. I was rhetorically asking that just to the...
Today in History.
So this is viewer mail birthdays. We'll start off with. Matt with 1T says, shout out to Oklahoma D1DF Josh Stanley, his DeMarco Murray plus Chet Holmgren birthday. His leaders are Alex Caruso, Sam Presti's glasses, and Barry Switzer's damaged trophy room.
Damn, that's an Oklahoma-ass email right there, brother. I'll take it.
Matt Brown, who has 1T in the name Matt. That bothers me quite a bit.
Yeah. Because at least with Jon, I assume you're Jewish. With MAT, I just think you're cocky.
It's like if you saw a guy walking down the street and he had one arm, you'd be like,
What's up with this guy?
Yeah, so I'm looking at Matt, and that's just, it's missing an arm, or it's just...
Okay, that's not where I was headed with it, but sure, I like it. Oklahoma. They roll their joints all wrong, folks.
We also have... Writing in for my great buddy and good dude, Ben Quasibarth's birthday.
Okay.
Might be Quasbar. I don't know. He's a good day one. His leaders are Extra Spicy Big Box Jake and Mineral Enriched Saliva TC. Keep up the great work. Take me out Kobe style.
Oh, Jesus.
Day one, number 124, Nick Rash.
Oh.
His name is Rash.
I love that guy. He's in the cigarette club. He's a multi-time nominee.
Doesn't seem hard to get into that club. Like everybody who's ever emailed us is in that club.
I feel like mostly we get people asking if they can join.
Justin says, Uncle Dan, please wish my wife Amanda Sadler happy birthday. I will be waking her up in that special way because it's too damn hot to ride the lawnmower. Her claims to fame are sending Jake the Goldblum photo for the studio, and she left one banana on your driveway. She's a day one subby. She insisted that we each have our own subscription to support the pod, but I'll never get her to sit in because you don't meet your heroes. Her leaders are Weak Coffee Dan, Jake's Courage, Drop Beth, and Horny Amy. How's Amy?
I don't know.
Yeah, we need to follow up. I think I saw reports that...
Is she tagging that guy?
No.
Oh.
That doesn't. Well, she may be, but I don't think they're dating right now. I think they had a good time and decided to go their separate ways. I think. But she's still out there waiting to be knocked out.
So Amanda Sadler says here she's a charter member of the Beehive.
Yep.
And more Sarah Hepela, F. Jerry Jones, and Mod A, Olympig from Justin. And Dear Daniel, the sawed-off shoddy of Vag. I write to wish my good buddy Brandon, a.k.a. the Blink-182 guy, a happy Dirk birthday. Let's see.
Kind of only be one of those.
His leaders are Forgetting Where Everything Is and Sanger Football.
Indians.
Nice.
Brandon is a great dude and deserves to hear his Dumb Zone heroes shout him out on his birthday from Selby.
Hey, Brandon. Let's go to a show together.
Is that a bluff? Probably a bluff. Jake doesn't want to go anywhere with you. Oh, wait. I got this one last minute in from Danny. This is a Dear Rooter of the Cooter. This is 11 Kids Danny.
Oh, yeah.
Did we meet a guy that had 11 kids?
I've gotten an email from a guy with 11 kids before.
Today is my best friend and business partner Ryan's birthday. He is the other iButler owner that sat in on a sode last October.
Nice.
Okay.
I got some glasses from iButler.
Yeah.
I got prescription sunglasses and just a pair of reggies as well.
I have mine right here.
Oh, and they sent us the blue block. I haven't used the blue blocker yet, but you say they're good to use on a computer at night?
Yeah, my eyes feel way better.
I just feel like you're not ready to pound the rock like he is with those sunglasses. You and I are too. That looks. I feel like he's yelling at you to fill a hole.
Yeah, that's badass. Anyway, we'll be back in town this October to attend Richland High School's 30-year reunion, and we'll sit in with you guys again. We hope to meet Jake this time. Ooh.
Ooh.
Little shot.
I've had a tough day over here. Taking the brunt of it. 30 years, huh? I guess that's not that much older than me.
Do you take every September off? What are you doing? What are we doing this year? Our leaders are Run the Ball Blake, Meth Sturgill, and Jake's 49-mile-per-hour fastball from 11 Kids Danny. Now we'll do some Today in History. On this day, OTD, we have this will be brought to us by Frankel & Frankel, personal injury attorneys. We love you, Frankel & Frankel. Really hit them up.
I'll let you wreck into my car.
Call Frankel & Frankel, and when you give them a call, you'll talk to a partner. There's not going to be some idiot like Henry answering the phone and going, duh.
I quit.
A lawyer here? I don't know. No.
Partners.
You're going to have a partner
Big
of the
dogs,
law firm.
Top shots.
This isn't like Franco and Henry. No. 817 or 214-333-3333. Seriously, it's if you have a personal injury and someone needs to get you what you deserve, you don't want to deal with those insurance companies. Call the Frankels. Oh. So it's Monday, August 18th. On this day in 1587, the first ever child of English parents to be born in present-day America. So, first white kid, right?
First anchor baby.
Virginia Dare.
That name rules.
Virginia?
Yeah, I was very partial to it.
Snow Bunny?
What?
On this day in 1920, it was the 19th Amendment to the Constitution. Which one was that, Henry?
Say again?
That's right. It guaranteed all American women the right to vote. And boy, did that effort everything up for a while. Didn't it? Because they couldn't drink anymore. The women are like, oh.
I think that's somewhat
First thing I'll
backwards,
vote
but I
for,
don't care.
'cause,
Historically, it works.
tired of you beat me when I come home. I'm going to vote against this. And then they didn't realize that ain't going to help.
Well, you know what they didn't realize is they were just creating NASCAR, which was a way bigger problem down the line.
And on this day in 2001, Danny Almonte threw the first Little League World Series perfect game in 44 years.
Then dropped his kids off at daycare.
Faced 18 batters, struck out 16. A perfect game. He was 12 years old. They said, turns out he was 2 years older than that.
That's a big 2
Also,
years.
turns out his name wasn't Danny Almonte. That was the name of his 12-year-old cousin. And I guess some racist people looking at it were like, yeah, that's you. Right? They were looking at the ID or something.
It's a good grift.
Do 12-year-olds have IDs? Probably not.
Well, they have passports.
They do have passports.
Well,
anyway.
Yeah, he was here, though, so I don't know. That's interesting. You know what's funny, though, is that I feel like right now there are 14-year-olds that if you saw them, like, peak 14-year-old arms, you'd be like, that kid is not 14 because they can throw 100 miles an hour now.
Yeah.
With movement. And you're like, that doesn't compute.
All right. On this day, August 18th, in Dumb Zone history.
In 2021, we had Jackie the Joke Man on.
That was the first time?
That was the first time.
Oh, wow.
From the Howard Stern show. Do you know who Jackie the Joke Man is?
Do you know who Howard Stern is?
Yeah.
We should start there. Do you know any other members of his crew or his, like, universe?
No. No.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah, I was going to say Beetlejuice, but I wouldn't. He was a member of his crew?
Well, he was kind of on the show, off and on as a bit guy. No?
No, Jackie was...
No, Jackie was on the show. I'm talking about Beetlejuice.
Oh, yeah, okay. I don't know about
I thought
that.
maybe he'd know Beetlejuice.
Yeah. No,
but Jackie got ousted from the show probably 20 years ago.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah. Booze, I think, was a big factor there.
And then he just kept texting me after I booked him, just sending me jokes of the day and recordings.
And then we had him on with Jay Leno, which was insane.
Henry, do you know?
Oh, Jay Leno was kind of upset by that, I think, because we kind of sprung that on him.
Henry, do you know how many potatoes it takes to kill an Irishman?
No.
None.
There's a famine. You know about that?
Yeah.
What's next?
Maybe his humor didn't land.
Yeah.
And then I haven't heard this yet, but we played this on the show in 2021. An edition of Is It Racist?
Okay.
This from Jack Morris. He's talking about Shohei Ohtani.
Got him. There it was. Good call, Jack. Perfect pitch, perfect location, great result.
Now what do you do with Shohei Ohtani?
Be very, better careful.
You walk him.
Okay. Let's hear that again.
Be very, better careful.
That's more Bugs Bunny than...
Yeah, but it's also exactly what Tom Grieve was doing that one time when Jim Knox was out there chopping boards. Oh, Jim Knox crazy. That's... I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't think it's racist, but I definitely think it's like out of touch.
He did... I think they made him apologize, and he said he was doing an Elmer Fudd, but...
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Be very, better careful.
Objectively, the information was correct. He
Take it easy up there.
Elsewhere, so that's good.
Yeah.
We good?
Mm-hmm.
Other birthdays today include former Cowboy David Irving is 32. That seems exceptionally young.
Plants over pills, bro.
Was he ever in
Ben Abbott's commercials?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
He was before Dorian Finney-Smith.
Because he was like pretty good.
Dude, he was. If he would have been able to keep that pace of pressure, maybe not sacks, but pressure, he would have.
He'd be in the league still.
Yeah.
A few million a year, whatever.
Bounce around, rotation, pass rusher.
Yeah.
Boy, he said a bunch of crazy stuff. We should try to get him.
Ben Abbott?
No, David Irving.
I would absolutely talk to Ben Abbott if he brings his non-lawyer paid spokesperson daughter. Is in all the commercials.
Let's see here. Willie Cauley-Stein, 32.
I thought it'd work.
I know.
All the while knowing it wouldn't. But fun guy.
Austin Hedges, 33.
Catcher.
Former Ranger. Dan Orlovsky is 42.
Yeah.
Isn't he a hot take guy?
Yeah. It's hard to take it seriously. He also is like the worst code switcher I've ever seen in my life.
You'll never guess this. David Irving, boxing.
Ah, sure.
How can you provide any hot takes when you literally ran out at the back of the end zone?
That's what everybody's saying they can say to him.
He just keeps getting it sent to him over and over and over.
Evan Gaddis is 39.
Astro.
Yep. No batting gloves ever for Evan.
Is he from...
That's kick-ass. Bishop Lynch.
Bishop Lynch, okay.
Is he like the only guy? I remember when I was growing up, it was George Brett.
That's the one I knew.
Never wore batting gloves, and that's why I went and just tore my hands up because I'm like, you know what? I got to do that, just like George Brett.
I think as far as I got on that front, Dan was catching a brick from about 3 feet in the air because I'd heard Jerry Rice did it off 2-story buildings. I'm like, that seems like a lot.
Start with
Why don't we
3
start
feet?
with this table? Oh, I got that down.
Even that was hard?
It's a brick. Yeah, of course it's hard. You're like, why? Crying.
What is it about the soft?
Your hands are all, yeah, you're supposed to be able to cradle to a point where it doesn't matter how, rough what you're catching is, you're cradling, but.
All right, I got a trio of real old birthdays here. Let's see if Henry knows who any of these are. Henry first, and then we go to Blake. Okay? Roman Polanski, 92.
Oh, my God. I know I've heard it, but I don't know.
It's actually probably better.
I don't know.
Noted filmmaker who has been not allowed or avoiding returning to the United States for a litany of sex crime charges for small children. I believe he's one of the men who went to Cambodia to get weird and stayed. But he's like one of the greatest filmmakers, I mean, they say, ever. It probably all sucked.
We continue the olds. Robert Redford, 89. Henry's 21. What about you?
An actor?
Isn't he? Isn't he an actor? Is your question?
Yes, he
Now it's your
is
turn,
an
Lance.
actor. He's one of probably the 5 most known
How about The Natural?
actors of our time.
You ever watch The Natural? Big
no.
baseball fan?
No, I've seen. Like,
Boy, you asking him like you're his grandpa ain't gonna help. You ever watched The Natural?
no, I've seen Eastbound and Down. That was good.
Robert Redford has some great movies.
Well, if they didn't get those two,
That's-
who are both well-known culturally as well, they're not going to know Martin Mull is 82. I won't even deal with that one.
Should I know that one? Give me a hint.
He's an old comedian, but he was on Roseanne for a while. You probably know him from there.
Okay.
If you look up Martin Mull. Dennis Leary is 68.
I don't know, man. There was a time where I thought he ruled. I don't know if you ever had a Dennis Miller time, but I just thought.
Not Miller.
What'd you say?
Leary.
Oh, that's your guy. Yeah, okay. I thought you said Dennis
It's like,
Miller.
does he think I didn't have a time where I thought, like, now that Dennis Leary rules? Masta Killa, 56. From the Wu-Tang Club.
He's like member 9, though, right?
I don't know. Christian Slater is 56.
Pretty great.
Mr. Robot.
I think I got a saw. And, Broken Arrow.
Edward Norton is 56.
Incredible.
Fight Club.
Like, kind of ruined my life.
Liz Cambridge
Took
is
it way
34.
too seriously.
Yeah, she's a WNBA player.
Oh, there you go. Okay, tall.
Now I have 2 in contention for Dumb Zone Birthday of the Day, but I'll let Henry go first. Is this your last show?
No, I'll be here the next couple days.
Sweet.
Hell yeah.
All right, so what's our
We got-
Henry? We're
All right.
trying to get younger and hipper in the birthdays. Henry
This is
going
not going to be younger and hipper, sadly, but it is a good one, okay?
Right out of
Because
the gate.
Willie Colistein would have been mine. But a little gay, still gay. Bob Harper from The Biggest Loser. He was the personal trainer. And
Did you watch The Biggest Loser?
I thought Jillian Michaels or something was. That.
Oh, yeah.
no,
And she's back in the news, right? She's like they have her on CNN now.
Oh, yeah?
Talking about Mexicans and what.
I wouldn't
Like, what
venture
happened?
Does
to
she like
watch
him?
it, but I've seen a good amount of clips of it, and they are good. So
Okay, well, that doesn't. This guy's 60, so
that's really like it was a very dry day.
Okay.
They're not slow news days, just slow news people,
Well, you know I am.
says Mike Reiner. Let's see. So our 2 in contention for Dumb Zone Birthday of the Day. Runner-up, I'll give it to Andy Samberg, is 47.
Has its place. Very good.
And our Dumb Zone Birthday of the Day, Caitlin Olsen, 50. Sweet D.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like she's going to leave her husband.
Why?
I don't like what I hear.
They can't.
Yeah,
It's
he's
a
just-
power couple.
He's changing a lot.
Mac is?
He's turning into Ryan Reynolds. He talks like Ryan Reynolds now. He acts like Ryan Reynolds. I saw some interview with
Who
him.
wouldn't want
where
to be with Ryan Reynolds?
She would. No, dude.
You don't like Ryan Reynolds?
He had like used the images of their kid in his documentary, which she expressly told him not to do, and then he just did it because Ryan Reynolds. The guy sucks, right? We all know that.
Ryan Reynolds sucks?
I didn't know that.
Don't you like
You guys are like, this guy's cool.
Little Deadpool?
I mean, I've never seen it, but that's I go back to like the 2 guys, a girl, and a pizza place days of like, I can't handle this guy. I guess that's his bit, right?
Deadpool's good.
Super arrogant, like, mean to people, but like kind of doing it smartly.
Born on this day, now dead. Malcolm Jamal Warner. He died like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. I wonder if he ever had any of the barbecue sauce.
Was he trying to save his wife from drowning? Something like that? I don't know. My wife was telling me, and I was just blanking out.
Was that him?
She was talking. Yeah. But I think he tried to save someone while
I knew he had
drowning.
a death, and I knew he died. I didn't know those were the same.
Yeah.
That's
You thought it was fentanyl?
No, I didn't think it was fentanyl, but yeah, you're right. And she made it?
Did she? Would you feel guilty about that?
Yes.
Your whole life? Like, God damn, he died saving me. Like, now I'm just sitting here doing nothing.
Right.
Like, I should be doing something important. Like, why'd he save me? Just so I could not...
You could,
and then you couldn't...
You could never watch porn again.
Slow down.
Buddy's watching me do this. This is how I'm choosing to spend my...
Oh, he's...
Yeah.
Ladies probably don't watch a lot of porn. In general.
I don't know about. Yeah, well,
she's gonna have
relative.
sex again.
It depends on if you're talking about compared to you, or not compared to you, but compared to us.
Right.
Yeah. No, I thought I can't get over that barbecue sauce scene that we had played for us recently.
You know what was sad in California is that I'm here surrounded. It would kind of be like if you told me I shouldn't eat fish when I'm in California. But I know I have access to all the porn I ever need. But I can't do it when I'm in the house with you guys.
I respect that.
Thank you.
So I don't know if you guys are up there hammering away,
No.
but I'm not.
Nope, I didn't desecrate my area.
Even though I had my kind of own little place, I was like, you know what? I can't with the guys in the house.
Thank you.
Somehow they'll know. And then they'll probably want a piece of me. Because this is so hot what I'm doing right now. I'm crying. Born on this day now dead.
I was telling TC that story last night. If you want to know how messed up, like, for me it was growing up in the church. I was telling TC last night, like, when I was a kid, you use a J-O, you would, like, apologize to God.
After?
After.
Okay,
And you'd be like, well, that's the thing. Is I was like, yeah, I mean, you knew he was watching. They would tell you he was watching, and this is a sin. And as I was putting it together, I was like, yeah, but him watching didn't stop me from doing it.
Right.
It was still like, we're going to go through with this and just apologize to the big man afterward. Very weird. Not enough to make you stop, though.
Also born on this day now dead, Rosalind Carter. She was the smallest first lady in history of...
Okay. Put the picture up.
Jimmy Carter's...
We do this 12 times a year.
Jimmy Carter's wife.
Fucking Joe Biden, the founding of the state of Pennsylvania, somehow. Tiny Rose Carter.
It's the most amazing picture ever. If you want to Google that today, yes, the Bidens and Jimmy Carter and his wife. It looks like they're in a dollhouse. It's so funny. And the Dumb Zone birthday of all time. No one could replace this man on this day. He's born on this day, now dead, Patrick Swayze.
Ah, wow. What do you know him from, Henry?
I know him from...
Your Google search right now?
No, I know who he is.
The Outsiders. You had said you'd seen that before.
He was... I don't...
He's in The Outsiders. He's young, but
I actually
all
do
are.
remember the book better than the movie.
The movie's not good, but it did start a lot of careers.
Oh, Dirty Dancing for sure, though.
Okay.
Gay.
Well,
Roadhouse.
You went
Point Break.
Roadhouse history.
Red Dawn's sick, too.
The only answer is Point Break.
Roadhouse.
So tomorrow,
We're gonna
Brandon Aubrey theme song contest.
Nice.
Round 1. What else?
Jared Sandler.
Yep.
You're going to join us to talk football, fantasy football, gambling.
No baseball.
All the things that aren't baseball.
Do you think that he would... We'll do that to him. We're going to direct him to not... we'll see if he brings up baseball ever.
Right.
Okay.
It's a good point. Don't tell him.
What? Oh, others?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Adios, mofo.
We gotta go before this becomes a zoo.
Thank you for watching my video. Subscribe and type for my name if you want to watch more of my videos.
If you can't stop anybody, then the quarterback's always having to throw the ball, and then that doesn't look so good. If you can't run the ball, then you got to throw it. If you can't protect, quarterback's getting hit, ball's on the ground, I mean, all those things. And so the quarterback is the one position that everybody feels that leaves the stadium or watch the game. They have a definitive opinion as to whether or not that guy played well. And it's all based on stats and based on stats and based on stats. And and it's all based on stats and based on stats and based on stats and throw the ball, and then that based on stats and balls on the ground, throw the ball, and then that based on stats and balls on the ground. Everybody feels that balls on the ground, that balls on the ground, that balls on the ground, that everybody feels that balls on the ground, that balls on the ground, that balls on the ground, that all I know is the ball was incomplete, and it must have been a bad throw. Ball was incomplete. The ball's on. I feel that the ball was incomplete. Ball's on the ground. I feel that the ball was incomplete. Ball's on the ground. The ball's on the ground. The ball's on the ground. Ball was incomplete. The ball's on the ground. The quarterback's ball's getting hit.